and welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
And together we're Shaylee. Together we've got, oh my word, a bundle you absolutely loved. You really must make sure you order this early because we were so busy because the price was the best price we've ever seen.
And we've got that price back, but only for 24 hours. What have we got? We've got a car cleaning kit that does the entire car, inside and out. You've got the microfiber cloths included, all for £20. 262677 is the item number. If you've not shopped with us before, go to the website, shopontv.co.uk, but go there quickly.
Absolutely.
Because this flew last time. Now, we're not alone, are we?
We're not. We're going to show you exactly how this works. We're not by ourselves because we've got the fabulous Alan with us. Alan, could you run us through the bundle really quickly?
Of course. Good morning to you as well, everybody. So let me talk you through. So first and foremost, right here is what we call the rain guard. Now that rain guard is what you would put onto your windscreen. In fact, you can use this on any of the glass. Nanotechnology in this. That on its own is worth a fortune. We will also then give you this M Sport tire dressing. This is going to make your tires shine and look absolutely incredible. Now for those eagle-eyed people, on the little pack shot that we had there a second ago with Hayley and Sean, it said leather cleaner. It's actually a leather and fabric cleaner you will get, so it will clean both of those. Then we will give you for inside of your car the cockpit shine. This brings the plastics, instrument binnacle and things like this up, an absolute treat. Next up then we will give you two 1 litre bottles of the M Sport waterless wash and wax. Each of these will clean a medium-sized car between 4 to 6 times. Let's call it 5, that's 10 times. This will clean, polish and protect your car. And to get you started, we give you 4 microfiber cloths as well. And I promise you this right now, those microfiber cloths are incredible quality. Please don't sit there and think, nah, I've seen or I've thought about those waterless wash wax before. They'll scratch my car, I bet. Please stick with us. I'm going to talk you through the technology and the science behind all of this and why you need this and why you're going to be thrilled when you do.
Honestly, it's the most amazing product. If you were just getting the waterless wash and wax, where you can wash, wax and protect your vehicle, just in virtually spraying it on, rubbing it over, rubbing it off, but you're getting everything else in the bundle as well. It's phenomenal.
You don't leave any watermarks, you don't need any hose pipes or water or buckets or multiple products. We've got all the products for £20 to clean the inside and the outside of a car. If you've got a car, if you know anyone with a car.
Yeah, perhaps someone's just started driving, perhaps someone's just passed their test, and perhaps you're thinking ahead for Christmas. It's on its way. It's coming really quick, isn't it, Christmas? So you could be ready. This in a gift bag would be the best present for a car lover or a motorhome or a caravan or a motorbike. But honestly, you've got absolutely everything you need. Think about what you spend at the minute if you just go to the supermarket and get your car washed. Yeah. I know if I have it washed on at the outside and valeted inside, you're talking a good £35. You have honestly got such a deal that you can use time and time and time again, and it's so quick and easy.
And a brilliant bundle at £20. Let's see it in action straight away. We're going to start off with the waterless wash and wax, and this is how it works.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with 1 microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from 1 single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this. When it comes to the...
Oh my word, we are massively busy. Remember, you're getting everything in that bundle. The 2 waterless wash and waxes that you just saw in action then, but all the extras as well to do the whole car clean. This is an amazing deal.
It really is. When I started to use this and started to demonstrate products like this years ago, I'm completely sold on it. It's what I use, okay? Now, generally, and this is only the tip of the iceberg, you'd be going out and buying glass cleaner and shampoo and buckets and sponges, and you'd be getting stuff for the wheels, you'd be getting stuff for the bumpers, you'd be getting all sorts of gear to clean your car, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. Or
it's a messy job.
chamois and stuff. Or would you prefer to walk to your car like this and clean, polish and protect
As
your
is in
car.
the boot, and wherever you are, you could be the top of a multi-storey car park, you could be waiting outside to pick the kids up from school,
Yep.
you could be absolutely anywhere.
Now, when we started before, I remember this here, $14.99 a litre.
1
Yes.
litre bottle.
Yeah,
It was,
1 litre
yeah.
bottle, $14.99. And this now, you're getting 2 of them in this bundle. And as we said, you're getting all of the other bits to clean every single part of your car. There's no part that's left not done.
The tyre
Right.
clean,
And
the
outside.
tyre shine is absolutely amazing.
can't
We're
wait to
going to
show
show
you
you everything in action. Now, we are massively busy. Do check your baskets out as quickly as you can. We very closely sold out on our last show.
did.
We had a vast amount of stock. We've got a bit extra stock tonight. We've got a huge amount, so we're not expecting stock updates, she said, but if the stock goes, the stock goes, but it is only for 24 hours. isn't it?
24-hour time limited offer. But when you see it in action, how easy it is
so
to use.
let's talk about, everyday dirt and grime that we have on the cars. We're starting to get that wet weather now. We're
Yeah,
starting to get
horrible.
that stuff
Yeah.
thrown up onto the car. It's getting dirty. It's getting horrible. We need to protect our car too coming into the winter time, excuse me, because of course they're going to be putting salt down and stuff like that and grit.
Yes, yeah.
So your car, it doesn't matter which part of the car you want to clean, this will do it. Now, I've put on here some salt to represent bits of grit because it's really important. And by the way, these yellow bits of paint, they just represent bird droppings.
tree
Yeah, exactly
sample,
like
yeah,
that. And
all
trees,
those
all those
nasty
things.
bits.
But just little representations, right? So with the grit here, people think, well, if I clean this and I don't, power wash it down first, surely I'm going to scratch.
Yeah.
Now, if I got this cloth and did that, of course that's going to put micro scratches in. But a magical thing happens, okay? When we spritz this on, okay, what actually happens is there are a couple of things going on in here. Sorry, I did that side instead of doing this side. I've got to move you. So what's happening here is there are, first of all, things called petroleum distillates in here. Now, I spoke to the chemist, and he's actually a chemist, who designed and put all this together. We formulated, that's a brilliant word, with the guys from M Sport. And I've been to M Sport, as you saw there as well, and talking to them about why they want this. So when it goes on, the petroleum distillates are breaking down the organic stuff. So the, your road traffic film as well, your bird droppings, your bugs and stuff like that.
On the front of the car, isn't it?
Now,
Horrible.
surfactants are in here, and what they're doing is they get onto the bits of grit that you would have seen there, and they encompass and encapsulate them, and they lift it away from the bonnet. So what we do is we go up with one clean cloth. Now, I promise you this is important. We're not scrubbing. This is not last night's burnt on dinner that we're trying to get off with a scrubbing pad. All I'm doing is I'm going backwards and forwards in a motion like that, and I'm not pushing down on it. Hard work is actually the wrong way to do this.
But you don't have to worry about that wax.
No.
Because those bits, the grit that was on there,
It's all gone.
it wraps it up.
It's all in here. It's those surfactants
so it
that I
hasn't
mentioned
scratched,
to you.
It's just virtually sort of gone straight on
Now,
the cloth.
if you look here, and we'll just see, we'll put the bottle of the M Sport there, we'll see that the reflection is not very good. But now we have our second microfiber cloth, and we use this for buffing.
wow.
Now, we again, very lightly, please don't do any hard work. Hard work does the opposite thing on
We're
this. It
against
doesn't
that, aren't
work.
we, Al? We're against
Absolutely.
hard work.
I have made a career out of not working hard, and I've been very successful
You've
at
done it so well.
I have.
You
I'm brilliant
have.
at it. And again, now this bonnet came from a breaker's yard, and you can now see already just how clean that is.
So whether
and
you've
that
got a brand new car, whether you've got a vintage car, whether it's a motorbike or a motorhome or a works vehicle, and you can't see, your telephone number, you can clean this, and look at the shine now.
Yeah, you can see that
Wow.
reflection there again. Now, as I say, this came from a breaker's yard, so it's had its life, it's had its scratches. It's been in the sunshine, it's had the UV damage, which, by the way, the Carnauba wax helps with the UV damage. I will go through that with you in a little while.
And it goes on every part of the car, doesn't it?
Yes.
So the paintwork, the
Oh,
plastic.
look at that. Did you see that before and after
Didn't
there?
see that, actually. Let's have a look.
Before, with all that dirt, that grime that was on there, and then that superb shine finish. There it was before Alan literally sprayed it on, and then in an instant.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But the thing is, you're right. So what we'll use this on, we use it on the paintwork,
Yeah.
you'll use it on the glass, you'll use it on the your alloy wheels, you'll use it on the plastics, you'll use it on the rubber surrounds, you'll use it on every single part, the chrome as well on the car. So it literally is every single part. Open the doors, do the door sills.
Yeah.
You will do everywhere on the car.
And when you said about protecting from the sun, I always think about the plastics, because often the plastics can go quite
fade,
grey,
don't they?
can't they? They go dull.
they do.
So brilliant on those areas.
So you don't
as
have to
well.
buy that stuff to bring it specially back up
Yep.
to that black colour. But what this will do as well, this will be a prevention as well, because what will happen is let me show you what Carnauba wax
Can I
looks
just say,
like.
5% of the stock. We didn't expect a stock update. Honestly, we have got a vast amount of stock tonight, but you just love this product. It's a product we've worked alongside for years, and honestly, it does what it says on the tin. Now, we say on average that one bottle will do about 5-6 car washes.
Yeah, I always say between 4 and 6, so we'll say 5, so that's 5 car wash, clean, polish and protect.
Wash, wax and
But
protect.
can I
10,
say,
and then the
10
other bits.
altogether, but the more you use this, the less you need to use, because it leaves this protective layer.
Yeah.
So you'll end up getting out 6 washes, 7 washes, you know, and more,
more you clean.
because it's easier to clean each time.
That
Honestly,
was
it's
from
brilliant.
Rebecca. Rebecca was asking about cleaning, how many cleans there'd be in the wash and wax. So
to
on average,
start
about
off,
5 each bottle.
but then it will
But that's not all
increase.
we've got.
No.
Remember, there's all those other pieces, interior cleaners, the cockpit shine, the tyre shine.
All specialist products, leather and fabric cleaner. So you will get a leather cleaner or a fabric cleaner, but this has been formulated that it will clean both of them perfectly.
Yeah.
So it's brilliant.
Everything. So what is this?
Right, so this is your Carnauba wax, okay? Now this is the most expensive wax on the planet. It's actually the hardest wax on the planet as well. Okay, it looks like a gold nugget just there. It's almost worth that. So basically where they get this from is from the Carnauba tree in the Amazon rainforest that they harvested from the leaves, okay? So basically the tree over centuries has evolved to give itself some protection. Number one, from bird poo, birds sitting in the tree, flying over. And of course, what was happening is that the lime in the bird poo, as it does to the upper layer, the outside layer of our cars, it can burn through, and it was damaging the tree. So Mother Nature then evolved the tree to have that protection from that bird lime, the bird poo. You now have that on your car. Now, next, it was having problems with the UV damaging the leaves as well. So it again evolved to have UV protection, which is now on your...
Stop the fading.
Exactly. And with the heat then as well, the water was evaporating out through the leaves in the Carnauba tree. So what it did is now this wax holds that in and stops it evaporating. So again, it's keeping that and giving you this layer on the front of your car that's protecting it as well from that water and dirt washes away.
So you're washing, you're waxing, and it's that layer of protection, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's such an amazing bundle. What you do need to do is check your baskets out. We are massively busy. It is all about M Sport. It's all about a product that is an absolute favourite with us here on Shop on TV. But the bundle we have is the favourite bundle at this price as well. The lowest price. Last time we had this at this price, oh my word, it went bonkers.
Absolutely crazy, and it's going to be the same tonight. At 262677 is the item number you need. If you've not shopped with us before, a very warm welcome.
Yes.
ShopOnTV.co.uk is the easiest way to shop.
I've just thought as well, if you multi-order, if you're buying perhaps for yourself and then thinking about a Christmas present or a present for a friend or a brother or a sister or perhaps one of the kids has just passed their driving test or just bought a brand new car. If you get 2, if you spend over £30, you can use PayPal Pay on 3 on our website. And I think lots of you are multi-ordering.
And you'll only pay 1 postage on the M Sport if you're multi-ordering with that. So get shopping ahead. Take a look at the stretch seat that we've also got on the show. That's a seat that you can just expand whenever you need it. In fact, everything on the website, ShopOnTV.co.uk. But overall on our website, you've got over 700,000 different products. You've got something for everyone. There's those stretch seats. You're already shopping for those.
You could sit and clean your car.
You could.
Or you could sit and work on your car, or you could take it out and about with you if you're fishing or going out for a walk, or if you like to go to festivals and things such as that. We'll show you it later on. But pop that in your basket as well if you like. And again, you can use PayPal Pay in 3 as long as you spend over £30. The bundle is phenomenal. The deal is incredible. And 10%, another 5% of the stock has sold out and gone. We have a lot more stock than we had last show. But we have started earlier.
Yeah, a lot
and I think
earlier.
that's why we're so busy. Deal-wise, even if the stock lasts, the deal finishes in 24 hours.
It's a 24-hour or while stocks last, up to midnight tonight now. You've got to get this bundle. It's 10 pieces in total. There's hundreds of you on the website already. We're going to run you through all those individual pieces, but take a look straight away at how the waterless wash and wax is going to work to wash, wax and protect.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
Now you get 2 of those, and as we said earlier, on average, probably about 10 car washes. But remember, the more you use this, the more you leave that layer of protection, the less you'll need to use because it's easier to clean. And it seems to stay cleaner for longer as well. So that is, if we were just giving you this for £20, you've got a great deal. But there is so much more. And the next product is phenomenal.
The Rain Guard is spectacular. Now, this is all about beating the water away, stopping the build-up and the grease and the grime and the dust and the dirt.
It makes the water bead off. You know, when we drove down the other week and it was really heavily raining, and even with the windscreen wipers on full, we couldn't see. I was like, my goodness, did they go any faster? Whereas this allows the water to bead away, like you're seeing here. You can see the before where the water, you know, it's treacherous, but afterwards it actually just beads away, and it seems to keep that windscreen cleaner as well for longer. Again, because it's leaving that very clever layer. It's a phenomenal product. Well, actually, perhaps we should see Alan telling us all about it, because honestly, it is going to blow you away. And when we first launched this, we were talking to Alan about this. We can't remember the price, but I think it was around about £19.99 for that on its own.
Yeah, even now you can buy it on its own at £12.99. It's included in your 10-piece bundle. And here's Alan to tell us more.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
So easy to use, and then you saw the difference, didn't you? How when it really heavily rains, how it's like treacherous on your windscreen, but actually it then just sort of beads away. Honestly, it is a phenomenal product, and that is our 3rd piece in our 10-piece
included in your bundle. Then we go inside the car. Remember, we've got a leather and upholstery cleaner. This is a real multitasker. If you've got any stains on the inside of the car, really simple to use. It's pH neutral. It's part of a bundle of 10 pieces for £20. I can't get over it.
And if you've got kids, you're bound to have stains, aren't you, on that? Whether it is on your leather seats, whether it's on the carpet, and you can really transform the inside of your vehicle so quickly and so easily. Whereas normally when you have a valet, it's so expensive.
Should we have a look again?
Yeah.
Here's Alan.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
So that's the seats sorted and the carpet area in places like that. What about that the front of the car, that cockpit? We've now got
Cockpit Shine.
1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th
Number
piece
5
to the bundle, which is our Cockpit Shine. Just hearing, though, how busy we are, you desperately need to check your baskets out for this. I know we often say this, but it's not yours until you check your basket out.
And it's not the usual offer tonight because it's a time-limited 24-hour offer. So if you've got it in a basket, confirm your orders and check out sooner rather than later. Multi-order, get a set for you, a set for gifts. The Cockpit Shine, it's all the areas around the front of the car, all the vinyls on the inside of the car. The item number for everything, not just for one piece, is 262677. Cockpit Shine is about cleaning inside the car. So here's Alan again to show us more.
as important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
I love that. When you do pay for a valet, that is the best when you sit inside and it just
like
looks
a new car,
new.
isn't it? Yeah.
It does, and it smells new. It looks fabulous. And this is allowing you to do all of that yourself for just £20, but doing that time and time and time again. Now remember, 24 hours only. However, you are going to have to be pretty quick, I think. I don't know if 24 hours is going to be the time it's going to last, if I'm honest, because we're 20 minutes into our show, and now how much stock has gone?
15% of this huge stock's already gone. There are hundreds of you.
That 24 hours is getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter, isn't it? It could be the 3 hours we're on air, because that's how busy we are. Remember, when we do get low in stock, there might be five of these bundles left, but 300 people could be trying to buy it, and only, well, actually, if, the first 5 people, they're the only people that would get it. The other 295 would have missed out, so you must check your baskets through. We haven't even told you everything yet, so what's left?
Let's take a look at this final piece. When we come to the bottles, you're also getting your microfiber cloth, so you've got everything that you need. But this is about cleaning the tyres, and this is not just a tyre cleaner, this is a tyre dressing. So let's have a little look.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport. And it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tire dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tire, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tire. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
I love that. I always think, you know, when you've got a really nice dress on, it's no good wearing shabby shoes, is it? So
Very true.
the car's all clean and polished. It's no good having dirty tyres.
Yeah.
And the tyres look amazing, which we're going to show you exactly how to clean them. We're so busy for this, and we had so much stock. I don't know if it's
How much do you guys know about those tools?
Because
We'll be going to them. We'll be going to them.
You're
We can't do more than 5 minutes.
We could be in trouble tonight then. And genuinely, it's unbelievable. I'm listening and I'm going, wow, wow, wow. So I want to just talk a little bit about this tyre dressing as well. I'm going to clean this wheel and then I'm going to shine up the tyre.
Lovely.
To show it live happening here for you so you know what we're doing. Remember this, okay, this has been formulated with the M Sport team, the M Sport World Rally team, World Rally champions. Colin McRae drove for them, massive, right?
And
huge.
that's the car we see in the clips. That we,
yeah,
you know, one of their cars.
Yeah, one of their cars that I went around the test track in. It was mad.
Fabulous.
What I want to say to you is sometimes when you go into the manual car washes, and I'm not saying anything about them, you know, where people do them for you.
Yeah.
Okay, they will get this stuff, you'll see them dip a paintbrush in and go around your tyres.
Yes.
Sometimes it's extra.
It's usually an extra couple of quid, yeah.
Well, that can, and I'm saying can because we have to be very careful what we say, get in and it can actually corrode the lacquer and the front of your alloys. And that's why sometimes you see alloy wheels that look a bit kind of gunky and stuff like that, because we will score, you know, rub into the foot pad and break, you know, the alloy, sort of that lovely, fresh, smooth cover, the seal of it. And then what will happen is that stuff can get in and it can corrode the wheels. Okay, this is formulated not to do that, okay? So I'm just going to show you this wheel, okay, because I've got to do this down. So I'm going to show you what it looks like
nice
now.
And dirty, but wheels get dirty, don't they? Whether that's mud
brake
or whether
dust.
it's the brake dust, isn't it? Yeah.
Brake dust is the big problem with it. So this is what it looks like. So I can't do it, obviously, clean it like that. So I need to lie this back down. But what we'll show you as well then is I'm also going to show you the tyre. So just take a close look at how the tyre looks as well. It's just dull, as you said. When you spruce them up, it looks much better.
When the car's clean, if the tyres are dirty, they show even more, don't they?
Yeah.
They look
Right, I'm going to put this down. So again, what we do now, please, again, sometimes people have little concerns. We say, but Alan, if you're spraying a wax product onto the wheel liberally and it gets onto the brake disc, how is that going to affect it? No problem. okay? Because as soon as you apply the brakes the first time, it's gone, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz half of this. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually spritzing onto the tyre as well, because we will use this as a tyre cleaner.
So this is the waterless wash and wax.
This is the waterless wash wax going to clean, okay? So I'm going to go over the tyre, okay, a little bit like that, and then I'm going to clean this half of the wheel.
I love what you said about the bonnet and the paintwork when you were cleaning that. You're not doing real hard work.
No, please do not. You're going to, basically the whole idea of this is to let the ingredients in this, remember, these are geniuses that put this together because they're actually qualified chemists doing all of this. Now, I just want to show you something, okay? I want to show you this now before I finish it and give it
a proper workout for you.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I wasn't expecting that.
And you could virtually see how it really broke that dirt down. It was really easy for you to rub that off.
But watch this, okay? Just watch the shine here. Now you can see the tyres have started to look a lot better already because I've cleaned them. But just watch this now, okay? When I get this second cloth and I do the shining of this, okay? So I'm just going to rub over that to buff it up. And what I'm doing now is all of that carnauba wax in there, I am now activating that to bring this up to a beautiful shine.
Oh, you can see
getting
that.
into the nooks. You know, you can. Can you see the way that's coming up? And that's what it does for you. So now you see that shine on the wheels, and you see how brilliant that actually looks. Now, notice the oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, look at it before, and then that side. Oh wow!
And it is a real old tyre, that, isn't it?
It is.
But it's looking good now.
Same breaker's yard as the other one. Yeah. Now I'm just going to have a look at the tyre because it does look quite good. Okay, but let me just put this down because what I'm going to do is I want to kind of just present this to you as it might be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz some of this on just to the area that I've cleaned.
So this is like the tyre.
This is the tyre shine, tyre dressing.
Do you know what amazed me? Because you talked about in the car wash, it's like a black paint that they put on, isn't it? This is a black in colour.
Yeah, this is actually, if you look at blue in colour, but it's really viscous, really thick liquid in here, and that's what it's there for. It's designed to be really thick, so it actually gets onto the tyre and holds onto it. Are you ready for this?
Wow.
Now, look at the difference. Look at the lights shining off of that tyre now that I've put that tyre shine onto it. It is
you can actually read the tyre name
like
as well.
Yeah,
it does. It's amazing.
Yeah, and again, when you drive your car out for the first time when it's new, whether it's a brand new car or second hand, you know, you get it from the dealership, even if it's second hand and it looks great, but then, you know, you're bringing it back to that, you're bringing it back super easily as well.
Last time we did this show with you, and we were just as busy as we are tonight. We had a previous producer who loved this product.
Yeah, Chaz.
And honestly, he used this product in his car. He bought his car. He used it on his vehicle, and time again. And he loved his car, but he did get to a point where he was going to have to sell it. So he actually took it back to the dealerships, and they couldn't believe how good his car was. They were like, it actually looks better than when we sold it to you, because it looked after it so well, but so easily with a bundle like this with M Sport.
But not at this price, because we were saying this is the best price we've seen ever, with the bundle, with everything that you need inside and outside.
Well, do you know what? I work closely with the guys at M Sport and stuff like that, and Andrea, who is the account manager, and she speaks with with Maria and Tina here. And I promise you this, and not that this probably particularly matters to you or you care, but I promise you, Tina said, Al, we almost had to pull the show. They couldn't get down. They did that for us once on a 24-hour. We couldn't get it onto the screen at that price. We had to push, pull, and we all had to fight together to get this here tonight. So genuinely, it is a real treat to have.
We were really surprised. As soon as we saw we got it, we did do a cheeky email and say, have we got the deal we had last time? Is it the special deal? And they were like, well, yes, but it didn't explain how difficult it had been.
No, genuinely it was.
So honestly, what a phenomenal deal you've got. So what are you showing us here now?
Well, what I'm going to do is just to show you the back, in case people think, oh, the front of the tyre is one thing, but if we just look at the back here of this tyre, okay, and again, this hasn't been touched. You can see how filthy and horrible. In fact, you can see the dirt under my fingers just there. So I'm going to clean a little bit of that, and then I'm going to do the tyre shine. Then I'm going to present it back to you then in just a moment. But what I want to say is, while I'm doing that, okay, it's disgusting really. But what I want to say to you during me doing this, guys, is that, you know, that sometimes, you know, we can take for granted that here on ShopOnTV, you know, how brilliant, you know, the value of certain things are, and, you know, you just take for granted you're going to get this great deal. But you know, the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes, you know, to be able to bring these genuinely is incredible. I was with Tina yesterday having some lunch with her, and she was on the phone talking about this show today, constantly just trying to get everything in place for it. You know, and it's easy for us to come on here and, you know, chat about it, and, you know, I'm delighted to sing its praises and stuff like that. But quite frankly, you know, there's a huge amount of work that does go on.
The whole process is
massive.
Get these kind of deals.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm going to show you this now that I've almost finished it, and I'm going to just take a little second around on this, and I think you're going to get the most pleasant surprise when I show you this wheel. Now this is the inside of it. Remember, this came from a breaker's yard. I haven't touched it or done anything to it.
We can see it already.
You can see it.
That is
you ready?
So impressive. Because that is real old dirt. You could see that.
Look at the inside of the wheel here where I've cleaned it as well, and just look at that tyre and look at that brilliant shine. Isn't that incredible?
That is incredible.
Look at it before, what it was like, and look at the difference in a matter of moments.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And that's the difference it makes on the inside in there even. Brilliant. It just is.
And our car's probably the second most expensive thing that we buy, isn't it? Our house the first, the car the next, and you want to look after it. Our car, when it's dirty, and it's dirty at the minute, which I'm very ashamed to say, but it was the drive down to here tonight really made it filthy. But we were like, oh my goodness, it looks so worthless when it's dirty.
Yeah.
When we have it cleaned, we're like that. Oh,
look at that car.
That's our
and
car.
It drives better.
Yeah,
doesn't it? You know,
it feels amazing.
You're dead proud, aren't you?
But you want to look after it. You want to look after the paintwork. You want to make sure you're protecting that paintwork. But remember, you've got absolutely everything you need to clean, wax, protect every area of the outside of the car, the plastics, the paintwork, but then everything inside, and of course the tyre shine that we've been talking about just there as well. We are massively busy, and we were driving down and Sean was going, so how much stock have we got? And we said, well, we won't have stock updates tonight because we've got a real huge amount. We've managed it. That's how we've got the real good deals.
We got as much as we could,
So I'm sure they must have said, you know, if you take all this, we'll allow you to do that deal again. But my word, already how much?
Well, there are 400 people right now within a basket, just within a basket, not the people who've already checked out. So you've got to confirm your order and check out. If you've never shopped with us before, it's really easy, but it's not yours till you check through. So you need the item number at the top of the screen, 262677. It's not reserved in your basket until you check it through. It's not yours.
No, because some things you do put into your basket, don't you? And then tomorrow you'll have another look and it'll still be there. With us, that's not what's going to happen, because what can happen with us is once it's in your basket, it's still classed as ours. So if there's 5 bundles left, there could be 500 people trying to buy the 5 bundles, but it will only be the first 5 people that check out that'll actually get it. So that'd be 495 people that miss out. So honestly, you do need to check your baskets out as soon as you possibly can. And remember what you're getting. You're getting 2 of the waterless wash and wax. You're then getting the rain guard as well, which allows you to bead off that amazing water off there. It's brilliant on your windscreen. Then of course you have got your leather and fabric cleaner, your cockpit shine, and you've got your tyre dressing that we just saw that gives that shine to the tyre.
And you've got 4 microfiber cloths, so you've got everything that you need.
It's such a deal.
When we go back to the basic, the waterless wash and wax was the first product that we sold. There's no smears, no watermarks. You don't need a hose pipe, you don't need a bucket.
No mess really. You spritz it on, you polish it in, and you polish it off. And honestly, it washes, it waxes, and it protects like you will not believe. Should we take a look?
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with 1 microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it, all from 1 single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
And remember, that works on the paint, it works on metal, it works on the plastic, so you can use that all around your vehicle. Great on the mirrors, so you can see clearly
Fabulous
as
on
well.
the chrome, your alloy wheels. It looks brilliant on. Even if you've got hubcaps on your wheels, it'll bring that up brilliantly.
And it's so easy and so quick.
That's
it's phenomenal.
just the start. Though.
Yeah, and if it was just this, your deal's great. £20.
Yeah.
That will give you at least 10 car washes. But honestly, hand on heart, the more you use this, the less you need to. So I always argue with the 10 car washes because I'm like, we're being too kind. My producer's saying exactly the same. Because once you've used it a couple of times, it's left that layer of protection. It seems to be easier to clean, so you use less. And it seems to stay cleaner for longer. And you'll see that, honestly, if we ever have our car washed, you know, with a car wash, people, it gets dirty really quick. But when we wash it ourselves with waterless wash and wax, it stays clean for so much longer, and you will notice that. But it is only 2 pieces.
It's got a protection, hasn't it? That's why it'll stay cleaner for longer. Next up, we're going to take a look at that fabulous rain guard that you see there. Now, when this first came out, I'm sure it was between £15 and £20 just for that on its own.
I'm sure it was £19.99 when it launched.
I think it's available now. You can find it at £12.99 just for that. It's included in your bundle. What does it do? It does
so
this.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's great, isn't it? It beads the water away. So if the weather is really bad, it's pouring down with rain, you can't see out the windscreen. If it's treated with the rain guard, the great thing is that water beads away. Should we have a little look at it, do you think?
Yeah, honestly, it's phenomenal. If you've ever driven in really heavy rain, you sometimes think your windscreen wipers aren't going fast enough, but they don't go any faster. But if that's water's beading away, it's really going to assist with that. It also seems to help with the dirt and the grime as well on your windscreen. But we'll let Alan tell you exactly how to use it.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
Honestly, you will absolutely love that, and you'd pay £20 for that on its own when you realise just what a difference it can make. But that is just the third part to our bundle. So we've sorted sort of the outside of the car. That's looking good. Now we're going to get inside.
It's a 10-piece cleaning kit inside and outside. Next up, we're talking about the leather and upholstery cleaner. So any problems on the inside of the car that you want to clean, even on stains, this cleaner is brilliant. Yeah. Let's have a look how easy it is to use in your car.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport Leather and Fabric Cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry. And that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
How great is that? And the great thing is it is for leather and fabric, which is fantastic, isn't it? And any of those accidents that do happen in the cars, especially when you go to those takeaways, you go into the drive-in.
Even just getting in and out of the car.
Something in the back.
If you've been for a walk,
the ketchup's exploded.
Yeah, everything.
Could be any sort of accident, actually.
And you can use that on all your surfaces, remember, leather and upholstery. So it's brilliant for that. We've also got a cockpit shine. Now, this is all those areas around the front of the car, the actual car cockpit, the dashboard, if you like.
When you pay to have your car valeted, that is the best thing, isn't it? You get inside, looks great on the outside, but when you sit inside, it's just, you're like, looks new again, smells new again. Everything's shining and glistening, and there's no dust, and it's all looking amazing, and the black is black, and it's all looking new. That's what this product is all about. And again, this is just one of the items out of your 10-piece bundle, and this is how to use it.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
Now, this stock is going so quickly, you do need to check your baskets out. It's a phenomenal deal. It's our best ever price with this bundle. We've done this show once before and we didn't think we'd get stock to do it again because it absolutely flew. And they agreed, they've allowed us to have the bundle and the deal again. But we bought a vast amount of stock, but a lot of that stock has already sold out and gone. You've got to buy it in the next 24 hours anyhow, because it's a time limited offer.
It's not very often we do this, but a 24-hour time limited offer, all while stocks last.
I don't think it's going to last 24 hours.
The way it's going at the minute, hundreds and hundreds of you have already shopped for it. Hundreds of you going for it right now. If you've not shopped with this before and you've just come on board, it's 262677 is the item number you need to go for. And the easiest way to shop, because the call centre is massively busy, is on the website. Website is the easiest way to go, shopontv.co.uk. If you've got any questions, studio@shopontv.co.uk. If you've used it before and you want to tell us all about it, we'd love to hear from you.
Give us a 5-star review, because I know you'll love it. A quarter of the entire stock is sold out and gone. We better tell you about the next item on the list, because this is all making the actual tyre, protecting it, but giving it an amazing shine as well. We cleaned it with the waterless wash and wax, and then we used the tyre shine. That it is phenomenal. But again, Alan will talk you through how to apply it. The results are incredible.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
And then don't forget, for microfiber cloths, take a look at the bundle that you've got. Take a look at the deal that you're getting. Take a look at the price on the screen. It's only going to be as long as the stocks last. A quarter of that entire stock. Can't believe the price of that.
Absolutely brilliant. At £20, our director Paul was saying he paid £10 for 4 microfiber cloths. Well, you're getting 4 microfiber cloths. You're getting your fabulous waterless wash and wax, your rain guard. You're getting the cockpit shine in there. You're getting upholstery and leather cleaner and that tyre finish as well, all for £20, but only if you get it whilst we have the stock or within the 24 hours. 262677 is your item, and we're going to show you as many demos as possible, but we would urge you to check through sooner rather than later.
I think we're going to struggle with the 24-hour bit. I think we might struggle with the 3 hours that we're live on air. Now, this next, Alan is a good singer, actually. Our director just said Alan is a good singer.
I can sing for a while.
If we do sell out, actually he is a really good singer, so that would be great.
That would be fun.
Now, we've got an amazing cleaning system for inside the car, whether it's leather or fabric.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So you eagle-eyed people might have seen it. That one just says leather, but the one that the viewers will get, you guys at home will get, will be the leather and fabric cleaner, which again is a different formulation because it has to be able to work on both of those things, which is great. Now, what I've got here is, because we haven't got a car seat, but we have got a kids car seat. Now, just to say as well, we did have an email in earlier, and I just got this, and I can notice just here there's a bit of dirt. Rebecca emailed it, didn't she?
Yes,
asking about cleaning inside.
Yeah, and she asked about her carpets as well. Yeah, absolutely fine. You can use this on it because it's fabric.
On the floor as well.
Yeah, use it on the carpet mats and stuff if you have got you know, stains on that. But again, if we can see that, just to say that I haven't done that. Look, that's actually a stain that's in there. You can see it. So again, what we would do is we just wait for Paul to get in there a little bit, and I'll just get myself out. So you can see that stain. It's in there. I don't know what it is. But again, all we would do is we would spray that on and let it start doing its work for a couple of minutes, okay, a couple of seconds. And then all we would do is we would then start to clean that, little circular motion backwards and forwards, and already we can see that that stain has been lifted out of that. And remember, it's going to also clean your leather, and it's going to give your leather lovely kind of nourishment as well. So that's that gone. There's your before. And again, you can see that's gone.
That's great.
But of course, again, just to show you, again, you know, this here, you can see where the seating has been. And actually, by the look of this looks like it's got milk spilt just there on that as well, okay?
Oh, and that stinks, doesn't it?
Now,
oh, it does. You have to get that cleaned up because it really has a horrible smell to it.
Yeah, it goes.
Or if you spill your coffee when you're driving and you spill your coffee.
Yeah, when the doors have been shut, you get back in, it's like...
It stinkers, yeah. Now, can you get that lovely smell from that fabric cleaner? It's gorgeous. It's really like you'd imagine when you get back in the car, it's like, yeah, it's lovely.
The car smells amazing when you've cleaned it all.
So I'm just going to do a little corner of this just here, just so we can see a little bit of a difference.
And that's virtually all you do is spritz it on and then use your microfiber.
Yeah, spritz it on, use your microfiber cloth. And the thing to do is if you want to, if you got some really heavy, you know, stains and stuff, put a bit more on, let it rest there for a second, then just give it a rub in and then dab it back out again. But again, all I'm going to do is just go backwards and forwards on that. And the formulation of this, again, remember, we are talking M Sport just here. You know, when this has been formulated for the guys to clean their rally cars, you know, but obviously they knew that, you know, they're probably not going to use this much, you know, this very much on the rally cars because they're in, well, maybe they might actually because there might be mud in there. Yeah. But they wanted to know that the people at home, this is an issue for them, getting dirty seats and stuff like that. So now, at home, you are going to spend a little bit longer than this, you know, getting deep down into it. But again, we can see it's brought that up beautifully just there. Look at that. So it's back to that lovely grey. And you're going to use this on your seats. You're going to use this, you know, all over the place. You can see, look at, there we go. The difference in that is great. So again, it's just something you can use. You'll be using your leather seats. And again, it will condition your leather seats as well. So it's not just cleaning them, it's giving them a condition. It is fixing up all of your cloth seats. So again, don't forget to use it on, you know, the carpets and stuff like that as well. But again, to have this and have that M Sport brand on this, I mean, even if you went down and you saw something this specialised, you know, and it was $4.99, you think, oh, that's I'll grab one of those.
Yeah, it's a leather cleaner and a fabric cleaner,
you know.
Yeah, gosh,
so, but it just shows you that this bundle is, it's incredible.
All of this is included in the deal. It's an amazing bundle. It's a 10-piece bundle, 4 microfiber cloths, and then everything else you need to clean inside and out.
Yeah, and the story begins with the wash and wax, doesn't it? You're washing, you're waxing, and you're protecting. There's a great, actually, little story, and we'll show you a clip of film. When we did because we have a Freeview channel, you can watch us in the daytime on Freeview 89, and you did a show for that Freeview channel. And you used the waterless wash and wax, but you put some spray paint.
I did. I spray painted my car.
On his own car, and the car that is, you know, big part of your life. You love that car.
Yeah, we've had it nearly 5 years now. We were lucky enough to buy it new, myself and Eddie said, let's just, you know, treat ourselves. I've never had a new car like it before.
You were so
and we
excited.
did, and I really love the car. And you know,
put spray paint on it.
Yeah, I did. I got a kind of, I became a graffiti artist.
Should we have a look?
Yeah, should we see why and see what happened?
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay, even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you'd think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and it is super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
I mean, that is phenomenal, isn't it?
But you know it's going to work.
I know it's going to work, yeah.
Didn't we have an email in from a guy who had some vehicles had been, what's the word?
Yeah, they've been vandalised, yeah. So somebody came down, all of the residents got up, well, not all, it was probably 5, 6 or 7 of them, and some, well, let's say idiot, because they would be, went down and started putting spray paint down along a lot of the cars. And the police were called because obviously it's a crime and it was a terrible thing to do. And his name was Jeff, actually, is the guy who emailed us in. And the policeman came and the police people and took the pictures and did all of that and gave him the crime numbers, etc. And then Jeff took out his waterless wash wax and started to spray it on. The police said, what are you doing? He said, well, I'm going to get rid of it now. And he said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, well, when I bought this, he said, the guy, he said, showed a spray paint demo, so I'm sure I'll get rid of it. The policeman stayed to watch, and it worked. And the policeman genuinely became a customer, and he started to use it. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, an absolutely true story. Yeah.
So washing, waxing, and protecting.
Polish and protect. Yeah.
And it's not just about the car looking great. If your lights are dirty, you can't see properly. It's a little bit like having dirty glasses, isn't it?
If they look like that.
When you clean your glasses, you're like, oh wow, I can see. So when you clean your lights, all of a sudden at night, and of course the nights are going darker earlier again, aren't they?
Yeah, already.
And the difference it makes when your lights are clean is phenomenal.
Yeah. So you imagine, and this is a really old light, and it's kind of gone that kind of what would you say, kind of misty type kind of.
Yeah, it has.
It's kind of icky.
A bit like double glazing gets sometimes when it's really old.
And a lot of cars will have their lights like that. I see so many of them. We've just got this little mini, a really old one just the other day. And its lights are like that, but then of course again, you're not getting the as much light out there. But then if you add dirt to this as well, like this, the light's not getting out there. But of course, all we need to do is we need to spritz this on like that, and literally remember, it's always 2 cloths. Okay, that's what we use when we're cleaning.
Right.
And again, just watch this. Okay, so when we do this, you will see this coming right up and coming clean, and then we get the second cloth, and then we give that now a little bit of.
You wipe over with the one cloth first. That's the cleaning. That's the polishing.
Yeah.
And it is a really shabby light, but you can see how much brighter that's going to be.
It's going to be so much better.
Moments.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And not just your front lights, your back lights as well. It's so important that your rear lights can be seen.
Well, that's it, and especially in this weather, like coming up here tonight, I was on the phone to our friend Mark, and I was talking to him, and he was saying about how his automatic lights are coming on. The solar lights are coming on at night time. Yeah. Solar, but you know what I mean. The ones that come on in the dark. You know what I mean. And I was just saying to him, it's funny because there's a certain part I drive through, and I'm coming into London, and I remember only a couple of weeks ago when I came, and the way the sun was. These big tall buildings, they were kind of this grey, beautiful colour, like really modern looking, and it was the most beautiful thing I've seen. So oh, it's really beautiful. And a few weeks later, I'm going up, and you can't see them. It's pitch black, and it's raining, and it's horrible. So your car needs to be clean. Your lights need to be clean, because that's how you're seen by people and how you see people as well. So keep them clean. And you might say, but I can clean them with anything. But literally, with the Carnauba wax on that now, and if you wanted to with that as well, you could get a little of the rain guard, and you could put a little bit of the rain guard, because remember, this is nanotechnology in this. This is absolutely incredible product. Spritz that on, and then as the lights, because you can wipe your windows, but of course you can't. You don't have wipers on those.
And we can see the difference there, which is fantastic. That's the rain guard. Honestly, that product on its own is phenomenal. I'd pay £20 for that on its own. Brilliant on the windscreen, because it makes the water bead away, rather than the before where if it's raining like that, it's just gushing down the front of your windscreen. Sometimes you put the windscreen wipers and think, are they too?
It just doesn't clear the water
they go any
away,
faster,
does it?
and they don't. Whereas it really beads that way. And we were saying before, Alan, that especially with your lights, because we can clean our windscreens with our sprayers, can't we? But your lights never get clean. So if you imagine the dirt that's on your windscreen, if you'd never used the wipers and your squirter, just think how dirty your lights are.
Yeah, exactly. And this is really going to help. And they are on the very front of your car, so everything is whacking and smashing off that as well. But again, use that. It will help to keep it cleaner longer. Use the rain guard. And you only need the tiniest bit of rain guard. Please don't overuse the rain guard. It's a little spritz on, and then just spread that over, and then leave it for about 20 minutes before going out and using it. But honestly, this is, and we've been dealing with stuff like this for a long time, that is the most comprehensive bundle I know I've ever been represented.
To get everything that you just saw there for £20.
Crazy.
You've got your 6 bottles, you've got 4 microfiber cloths, your waterless wash and wax, you've got 2 of those. We just talked about the rain guard, you've got all the interior cleaners there as well. But let's go back to the exterior and the waterless wash and wax.
Do check your baskets out, just hearing how busy we are. 262 677 is your item number. Honestly, we had a vast amount of stock. They agreed to allow us to get this bundle again. It's the second time they've allowed us to do this bundle at £20, and they were very like this. We can't really afford to do it. Agreed for us to do it, but we did get a lot of stock but that stock, my goodness, is disappearing.
It certainly is. Now, if you are multi-ordering, maybe you're buying a set for you, a set for Christmas presents, a set for anyone who's got a car, you'll only pay one order, one delivery per order.
So think about Christmas, perhaps someone's just bought a new car, someone's just passed their driving test, or stock up if you love it. And if you do love it, email in and give us out your 5-star reviews. Tell us how much you love the product. Stock-wise, I know we've just checked, we're approaching 30% of a vast amount of stock that's meant to last for 24 hours, and we are just coming up to nearly doing 1 hour of that stock, which is crazy.
1/3 of the show. So you've got to check your baskets out. We've talked about protection, so let's take a look at the waterless washing machine. If you look at your car and there are bugs all over
they weld to the front.
Nightmare.
It's vile, isn't it? Horrible.
This will be brilliant for it. Let's have a look.
Have a look at the bugs on the front of this. We drove up here yesterday, 5.5 hours to get here, so we've picked up some bugs. So what I'm going to do is spritz that on.
I mean, they are normally a nightmare to get off.
Well, they get really solid on there, don't they? And they become a real issue.
When the sun comes out, it's like they're baked on there.
Baked onto it as well. Now, sometimes you might leave to give it a couple of seconds like this, but watch this, look. You can see the bugs where they are here, just being cleaned away and nothing being left behind. Now, I'm going to implore of you, ladies and gentlemen, please do not push hard on this. This is not last night's burnt on dinner that you're trying to get rid of with a scouring cloth. This is your pride and joy at your car. Let the ingredients inside of the M Sport Waterless Wash Wax do the work for you. No hard work. That suits Alan down to the ground. And now you can see the difference on that in just a couple of seconds.
It is amazing because they can be an absolute nightmare. But you spritz it on, just leave it for a moment, then wipe it over. It'll break it down, it will wipe off onto your cloth, and then use a clean cloth to polish it. You're washing, waxing and protecting. And without any water hose pipes, you could be in the top of a multi-storey car park, the middle of a field. It could be a caravan, it could be a motorhome.
Taxi drivers love it, don't they? Because they always have it in the car.
And chauffeurs.
In between jobs, you can just get this out and clean your car anywhere because you don't need hose pipes, you don't need water, you don't need buckets. Over
the years, we've had books of 5-star reviews, honestly, and a lot of taxi drivers, but also chauffeurs for weddings and things, because there's nothing worse than turning up at a wedding and the car's got dirty on the way there. In the boot, you can get this out, clean it instant, and the car is brand new, spanking clean again.
Now, let's recap on everything that you get included in the bundle, because it's such great value. Everything you see here is included. They're not individually priced, so you're going to get 2 of the 1-litre bottles of the waterless wash and wax. That's just where it starts, isn't it?
Absolutely, and we say, on average, when you first start using this, you'll get around about 5-6 washes out of each of those. I, though, hand on heart, know that you'll get more out of that, because the more you use it, the less you need to use, because it leaves a layer of protection. It's easier to clean, and because it stays cleaner for so much longer as well. Honestly, it's phenomenal. You'll absolutely happily pay £20 just for that, but you've got all of this as well.
The Rain Guard is a specialist product that we've got for you, but it's included in the bundle. This is about the protection of your windscreen. You know, when it's really raining and you just can't seem to get the water to
Well, you put the windscreen wipers on and you're like, do they go any faster? And they don't go any faster. It's just that the water is just like the before, but after it's beading off, so it really aids you in that respect. I find it's really good as well for sort of the dirt and the grime on the front of the car. It seems to protect the windscreen from that dirt and grime, so just giving you that clearer vision, and very clever technology. And again, I'm sure when we first launched that product by itself, that was $19.99 on its own. I know at the minute it's on offer at $12.99
available for,
but I'm sure when we launched it, it was about £20 by itself. It's brilliant. It's included in this bundle.
Leather and fabric cleaner, so when we go inside the car.
And did you see the demonstrations? That was so good live, wasn't it? Yeah.
So great on stains, but great if you just want to spruce everything up, leather
carpet
and fabric.
as well as your seats and everything, because like you say, leather and the fabric too.
And then your cockpit shine, so we're talking about the cockpit, the dashboard, all that area around the front of the car.
When you pay for a valet, you sit in the car, it just looks so good, doesn't it? It looks so clean. There's no dust, there's no grime, and the black looks black. Everything looks shiny and new. That cockpit shine is phenomenal, and that is included in your bundle. I think what you pay for a valet, if I have a valet in our local supermarket, it's £35. For £20, just once, £20, you've got all of this and use it time and time and time and time again. Obviously, it will vary where you live, but you're honestly phenomenal, and the difference it makes. I have that in the car now, so if we are, waiting to pick someone up, or, we're waiting to get
little
out.
spritz.
Yeah, a little clean while you're sat in there. And then one other item, of course, you've got 4 microfiber cloths included as well, which the difference that makes to a tyre.
The tyre dressing. So it's not like the black paint that they put on in the car washes. This just gives you a beautiful finish around the outside of the tyre. There it is before, and then just look to the one side, to the right-hand side, and you'll see what a difference. Look at that bit of the tyre. It looks like a new tyre on
And it's
that
got
side.
the shine back, so, and it's no good cleaning your car and having dirty tyres, because it's a bit like having a really nice dress and wearing really shabby shoes. It just doesn't work. So get those tyres clean, because, again, the car looks fantastic. Perhaps you're trying to sell your car at the minute. I really feel it adds value on when it looks so good, because our car, when it's dirty, looks nothing. When it's clean, it looks amazing.
Looks like a new car, and your car can look new anytime. 10 pieces in total, but it's a 24-hour time-limited offer, all stock dependent.
Best offer, the best offer we've done. We've had it once before at this price, and the stock disappeared. They were very iffy as to whether we could do the deal again, but we've got it. But that stock is depleting really quickly. Remember, not yours till you check your basket out. So we could get to a situation where, say, we've got 10 of these left or 20 of these left, but 200 people could be trying to buy that 20, and it'll only be the first 20 that check out that get it. It's not yours in your basket. You have to check your basket out.
We're so busy. We'd urge you to shop on the website. There's a before on the bonnet. ShopOnTV.co.uk is the easiest way to shop. Look at that difference. And we're going to show you that live again in just a moment. 262 677
You can see us
is
in the
item
bonnet.
number, yeah?
And it's a really old
like a
bonnet,
mirror.
that. It has turned it into a mirror. It looks amazing.
Brilliant. Let's recap up everything that's included in that bundle. Remember, you've got 10 pieces in total for just £20, but while stocks last. Now, your waterless wash and wax comes with one trigger between the 2 bottles. Everything else will come with a trigger included for you, and you'll get your 4 microfibers as well.
There is a phenomenal bundle. 262677 is your item number, but grab it while the stock is there. It's only going to be as long as the stock is available. It's a 24-hour deal only, so if it lasts 24 hours, great. You've got an opportunity up to midnight to buy this. However, when so much stock has gone in the first hour of the show, I doubt it'd be available for 24 hours, so make sure you check your baskets out. And at £20, I don't think you can go wrong. If you're trying it for the first time, you're going to love it, but I know so many people reordering, Alan.
Yeah, absolutely. I've known people using a product like this for donkey's years. Once you begin to use it, you genuinely become hooked with it. I adore it. Literally, I told you we bought that little Mini from a guy in Crawley, Prestige Motors, and it wasn't a lot of money. It was really cheap, but it was just a little second car to run around in, so I could get about when Ellie was at work and stuff like that. And when I went in, the car was clean. And Ellie thought, it's really, really lovely. So what we did is we went home, and I went out with some waterless wash wax, and I went around it, and I did the tyres, the wheels, and I did the car. And then I got around the bumpers and all of the, and everywhere like that. Cleaned it, cleaned the top of it as well, the felt bit. And I said, Elle, come out here. And I brought her out, and I said, have a look. And she went, God, blimey, she said, the difference in it. And it took me, honestly, 15 minutes is all it took me. No, it's only a little car, but she was so blown away by it. She said, it looks so much better.
And it doesn't have to be a car. It might be your motorhome. It might be your caravan. I mean, when there's sort of
a boat.
Through the summer, they've got a hose pipe ban. All of a sudden, you're all right. You can still clean all your vehicles because you don't need any water, any hose pipes, any buckets of water. All you're using is virtually microfiber cloths and the product. It's phenomenal.
That's another thing as well, Alan. You gave me the top tip because you can pretty much clean your car in any weather. Can't
Did I actually say something good?
You did, yeah, just once. Just that one time.
And we remember it really well.
You know when you said about when it's sunny, it's very important that you don't spray the whole car.
Yeah, just do a panel at a time, basically, is the thing to do. But you can't even, as you just said, even if it has been raining and the cars, even if it's raining a little bit, you can still get out and do that because remember, it's a water-based product, so there's nothing nasty or horrible inside this. Because look at the guys at M Sport and Assured who put this together, they really, they don't want the product to do any damage. So it's all of the very best of ingredients to really make this, the best it can be for your car, but give you that incredible shine without using anything harsh.
Right.
But one of the things that people are always concerned about, and I do totally understand it, and I remember actually a friend of mine, Sammy Fuller, said to me, I went in, we lived in Whittlesea, and he said, oh, I wouldn't buy that stuff. He said, I'll scratch my car. And I said, it doesn't, Sam. I said, watch the show tonight. But I explained it to him because, and he's concerned, he's got a lovely car, he loves his car. We've bits of grit just here, represented in this instance by salt, okay? But if I was to get this where that salt is and do this, or the grit, of course it would naturally scratch. That's what it would do. Even if it was those little micro scratches, sometimes you see those little swirl marks. Or if you go through those automated, spinning, rotating ones, they always miss the wheels first and foremost, so you only get a little bit of it. Then they miss the mirrors because the mirrors get pushed in. And there's always things you miss, right? But this here, I told Sammy all about it, and you can use it all over the car. He was pretty impressed. Now, I have to be honest with you, I had to give him a bottle of it that I had myself, but he's become a big fan.
Because it stops it scratching, because if there is grit on your car, it encapsulates it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so
and there are things called, surfactants is what they're called. Great name for it. So what they do is when it sprays, and I'll do this just here, okay? I'll do it on this area just so we can see those, okay? I'll just step back a little bit and spritz it on. So what's literally happening now is you can see those bits of salt being lifted up. And what happens, it genuinely lifts them up and then gets underneath it and puts like a little security bubble around it almost to protect your paintwork from those scratches. But why it's so important as well that I say to you, don't work hard with this, you work smart. So what we'll do is we'll get our microfiber cloths, okay? And remember, you're getting 4 of these. I would suggest to you, well, you probably have some at home anyway, is get some more. But we get the cloth. Now, we don't put it on and we don't start pushing down on this and scrubbing. There's zero need. So what we do is we go in an up and down motion or side to side, okay? We tend to say don't go in a swirling pattern, but if you do, it's, just be mindful not to push too hard on it, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to break that the bubble that's around, that protective bubble that is around the bits of grit. So we're using the lightest of weight on that.
Just a gentle wipe over.
Yep. Just have a quick look at that, because I want to shine this.
It's clean, but it's not shiny.
It's clean, but it's not shiny. Second microfiber cloth is for the buffing. And again, just very lightly, again, hard work is the wrong thing to do, okay? Just the very lightest of rubs over on that.
That is such an old bonnet, but wow, doesn't that shine?
It just comes up fab. It really does. It makes a massive difference.
Finish, isn't it? When you go and pick up a car, or you go and look around the showroom and they're all that lovely.
All lovely.
Shine.
And by the way, just to say to you as well, if it's a thing that you look down and you think, well, the shine isn't, and especially in the summertime, what you can do is, if you think it's not quite as shiny, is just put a little bit more of a spritz on, and just to reactivate that carnauba and just go back over it very, very quickly. Or a big top tip for you as well, if you leave it sitting there too long and it's not activating that wax correctly, just put a little spritz back on and it will just reactivate the whole thing and give you that wonderful shine and end up with that great result and with that lovely shine in there as well.
That is amazing. Look at it before, look at it after. Now, obviously, we've put dirt onto the vehicle, but there's a lot of dirt on our vehicles. And we clean our cars, and it can be really muddy and horrible, especially the tyres. And we just spritz it on, polish it, sort of rub it over, polish it off, and it cleans up all that dirt and grime.
Yeah, it does all of that. So let's think about road traffic film. So you're on the motorway, you're on a road, you're driving down, there's hundreds, probably thousands of cars up ahead of you. They're all, kicking out exhaust fumes and stuff like that. That's creating a film on your car, road traffic film, kicking up things off of the road. Then you've got, the bugs and stuff like that. You might have tree sap, you might have the bird poo, all of that dirt, the mud, the grease and the grime, anything that's on the road that's getting onto your car. And it is, of course, as we mentioned earlier, your pride and joy, but now all of a sudden we can clean all of that away, remembering that this here has got marks on it because it's from a breaker's yard. It's really old. I seen him taking it off a bus stop car for me to take it from the guys, but bringing your pride and joy back to something quite special. And I remember we had a lady as well who had an orange coloured Nissan Primera, a really old one, and she genuinely said, I was going to get rid of it, I was going to scrap it, and she saw us do the water wash wax, bought some, did it, and said, I have actually fallen in love with the car again, and she
Brilliant.
genuinely kept it.
Honestly, you'll be blown away how great your car looks, and whether it is a car, a motorhome, a caravan, a boat, a motorbike, it doesn't matter.
It's not just paintwork, is it? That's what we have to keep reiterating with your wash and wax.
So if you look just here, okay, let's just give that a little wipe there a second ago. So all of your plastic, bringing it back to a darker colour,
and protecting
and shining it and protecting it as well. It is the rubber of your tyres. It is of course then the alloy wheels. It is of course then the plastics around the car. You can use it on the glass, the mirror. You can use it on chrome. You can use it on every single part of the car. Every bit of the exterior. Oh, there's one little caveat to that, folks, that I must tell you, that we always say to you, don't use this on the windscreen, and the reason for that is because you're looking out of that, you might get a glare because it's wax after all, if you're getting the low sun and stuff like that. So we say don't use that. Clean it maybe with just some soapy water, and then add your rain guard to it. And remember that rain guard has nanotechnology, so when you spread it in, it literally creates this film that is literally, well, we know this repels water, but it doesn't do it like this. This is a different kettle of fish, and that's what you get just there. And you were mentioning earlier, you're thinking sometimes your wipers don't work so well. Well, actually what's happening is because when we look at glass under a microscope, it's really full of pits and undulations and imperfections, and that's where that water hangs onto. So as your wiper goes over, it's pushing it into those imperfections. Whereas when you have this, it's just literally able to swipe it off really quickly.
So you like a smooth finish, it beads away,
We did a little experiment. Please do not do this at home, because we did it in a private area. It was lashing rain, and we did it, and then we just drove with the wipers off, and we didn't, please use your wipers, we're just saying, and it literally, it was almost like we didn't need the wipers, it just disappeared.
You'll notice the difference when you use your wipers. If you've ever driven and you've used those wipers, you just think, I need it to go faster, but it doesn't, you push it and it doesn't go any faster. It's just the rain is so heavy, and it's just, sort of thundering down the front of your windscreen. You'll notice the difference the next time it rains like that, when you do use your windscreen wipers, that it seems so much clearer, it's so much easier. And I find it's great for the dirt as well. That seems to move as well, whereas sometimes that seems to smear all over your
because it's got nowhere to hold on to as well. One thing I didn't mention earlier, if I may really quickly, okay, just the other day, because I always say this, right, but the other day Ellie said to me, she said, Al, our windows in the house are filthy. I use this to clean the windows of the house and the UPVC as well. And Ellie came back and said, oh, by the way, look at, I cut the grass out the back. And she went, oh yeah, you did, it looks great. I said, yeah. I said, did you ever watch Play School? And she went, yeah, I remember that. I said, remember you said we look through the round window and look through the screen. She said, what are you looking through? I said, you're looking through clean windows. And she went, oh my word, she said. Incredible. So use this around your house too, on your tiles, on your high glass cabinets, use on your mirrors. I'm going to be using it on the mirror a little bit later as well. So use it around the house.
I can't get over the price. It's £20 for the entire bundle, remember. You're getting 2 waterless wash and wax. You're getting your leather and upholstery cleaner, if you like, or leather and fabric cleaner. You're getting the cockpit shine. You're getting the tyre dressing. And as we just talked about, you're getting that rain guard protection as well, alongside another 4 microfiber cloths.
24-hour offer, however, a huge amount of that stock has already sold out and gone in our first hour live with you tonight. It's been great to have your company. It is the best deal that we do on this bundle, and they weren't quite sure whether they were going to allow us to do it again, because it is that good. But we got it, so grab it while the stock is there. But remember, not yours until you check your basket out. There might be 5 of you, or there might be 5 left. And there might actually be 5 of you within your basket, but actually there might be another 195 that have also got it in their baskets, because it's ours until you check out. If everyone checked out at once, it would only be the first 5 people to press checkout to get it. The other 195, it would say sold out. So please, it's £20. You will not be disappointed. Check your baskets through and multi-order, thinking about Christmas. And perhaps someone's just passed the driving test. Perhaps someone's just bought a brand new car.
If you do multi-order, you'll only pay 1 postage, £4.95. So 262677 is your item number. Now, we saw a clip of Alan a little bit earlier in our Warrington studios, and we want to show you just how quick it is to clean your car on this timed piece. Have a look.
So I'm going to ask roughly, if I do this door, this panel here, the wheel and this back panel here. That's probably 20% of the car, would you say?
I reckon,
Okay.
yeah.
So let's just have a little look. Just have a little look at your watch, and I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it really quickly as I would the normal speed, and let's see how long it takes me to do.
And do you have to have certain weather conditions for it to be good?
No, if it's been raining and the car is wet, absolutely fine, no problem at all. You always do it panel by panel. So look, I'm just doing this one panel, and now I'm going to get to work on it.
You don't have to wear gloves or anything?
No, absolutely not. Some people might find a little bit of sensitivity. If they have sensitive skin, just err on the side of caution. But no, absolutely not. There's nothing nasty in this whatsoever.
Look at this. This is the cleaning part of it. So one cloth does the cleaning, the other cloth you use for the buffing, and you're going to get 4 in the collection today, in the kit today. And do remember, you can obviously machine wash the cloths, just don't use fabric softener. That's the only thing, because that will stop the absorbency of the cloths. Yeah,
what it does is, because in these cloths there can be millions and millions of microfibers, so what you don't want to do is clump them together, and that's why you don't use the softener, which is designed to clump them together to make things softer. That's the cleaning done. Second cloth for the buffing. Now remember, this is about 20% of the car. Now, here we go.
So far you've taken just over a minute.
Lovely. The inside of this window I'm even going to do in a sec, just to make sure that it's all done properly, because the inside is filthy, and I don't want you to think that this hasn't done the wonderful job that I promised you that it does. And again, I haven't worked hard, I've worked smart. That's what I've done to get this beautiful shine, and protecting the car as well. So that's that done. Let's quickly do the wheel. Now again, this is a really bad wheel, folks. It's in very bad condition. It's actually got parts of the lacquer broken away, and that's where all of that dirt is here that you won't see coming away. But you're getting the idea of...
See, they are alloy wheels, but it could be that you've got like the plastic hubcaps. They can be clean with it as well, no problem.
Yeah, perfect.
I love the fact they've got the tyre products in there as well, because you can have the best cleaned alloy wheels, the best cleaned body of the car, but if your rubber wheels look mucky, it still looks a dirty car.
Now there we go. So 20% of the car we all agreed on roughly is what I've done there. So 20% of the car in how long?
Just over 2 minutes.
Okay, so 2 minutes, that's 20% of it. So 5 times 2 minutes is 10 minutes.
That's quick.
It's so quick. We often do half the car each, don't we?
Yeah.
You'll go down one side, I'll go down the other side, and it's fun. It's ridiculous. Cleaning your car is actually fun, because you're not getting soaking wet, you're not getting freezing cold. The winter's coming. There's nothing worse than trying to clean your car when it's really cold. Your hands are like ice, and then you've got water all over your drive, which then can turn to ice as well. So honestly, it's the easiest way to clean a car, but this bundle allows you to clean inside and out.
And you might have seen there, we had the previous price on when we had it on offer at $24.99. I mean, it's actually £20 tonight. Well, what do you get included for your £20? You're not picking items, you get everything that you see here for just £20. Now, if you've not shopped with us before, you just need that item number at the top of the screen. 262677 is the item number, but you've got to be quick. So many of you going for this bundle.
Did I hear about 40% of the stock, I think, is gone?
Good grief.
So many of you still ordering, so I think we've probably got just as many people ordering as stock we've already sold. So you must check your baskets out. If you're buying this as a Christmas gift, and if you're buying a couple of them, you'll spend over £30. You'll get PayPal Pay in free. So you can split that cost, and there are 3 paydays till Christmas already. Oh my goodness, how has that happened? Oh my word.
That's a bit
We've only just finished August, and Christmas is on its way. And as a channel, we're coming up to our first birthday as well around Christmas.
We are, yeah, and we're going to start your deal, if you like, with the waterless wash and wax. You're going to get 2 1-litre bottles. You'll get 1 trigger that interchanges between the 2 bottles, but when it comes to cleaning your car, it doesn't get easier than this. So take a little look how easy it's going to be. You're washing, you're waxing,
remember
and you're protecting.
When you do clean a car, remember everything you need. You need water, you need hose pipes. So you go round the car and you rinse the car down. You go round the car and you shampoo the car up. You go round the car and you rinse it back down. You go round the car and you dry the car off. You go round the car and you put polish on. You go round the car and you put...
Do you go round the car?
Shine the polish off. With this, you spritz it on. You virtually massage it in, and that's the cleaning. And then you polish it off, and you've washed, waxed and protect as easy as this.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it, all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
Well, it doesn't get better than this. No, it does actually, because you could happily pay £20 just for those, but no, you've got everything else as well. And this item, I'm sure when we first launched this, that it was £20, it was £19.99. At the minute it's available at £12.99, but I know when we launched it, it was £19.99. This is amazing.
This is about protection, but it's also about beading water away from your windscreen. If you ever drive in that really excessive rain.
It's horrendous, isn't it? You put your windscreen wipers on and you're like, do they go faster? Do they go faster than that? And it doesn't seem to clear. Well, you can see the before where the water is virtually holding onto your screen, but the after where you've actually used the rain guard, can you see how it beads off? So you'll really notice the difference when you're driving in that heavy rain, but you'll notice the difference as well with the dirt, not sort of smearing across the windscreen, clearing so much easier, because again, you're giving a smoothness to your windscreen where the dirt and the grime and the water can't cling on anymore.
And that's included in your bundle. Remember, 10 pieces in total for £20. Let's have a look how easy it is to use.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
Incredible. And remember, you only need to use the smallest amount, and it will make such a difference. And again, having that clear windscreen obviously is so important. So that is a phenomenal product. And again, I'm sure when we launched it was £19.99. So you'd happily spend £20 for this. You'd happily spend £20 for that when you know how good it is. But there's still more in our bundle.
Yeah, we're going to take a look inside the car now. So think about your leather surfaces, your fabric surfaces inside the car.
Or your seats, your carpets and those sort of areas as well. Often there's accidents, isn't there? I bet you've probably got some old stains in the back of the car where the kids had one of those. You went through a drive-in and the ketchup went everywhere when they squirted.
Wondered where we were going then.
Kids in the back, and you're like, no, and you just see it absolutely everywhere. Well, you've got the solution right here.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
It's so good. We did some live demonstrations tonight on a really old car seat, a child's car seat. It was bought second-hand, didn't know what the stains were or where the stains had come from. And it's worked on every piece that we've used it on brilliantly, hasn't it?
Included in your bundle, inside and
there
outside.
it is.
And there it is before, and then the difference from just spritzing it on. It looks like a new cover on the
brilliant,
seat.
and it was like £3 or something, that seat, and look how it's cleaned up. That's absolutely amazing. And again, that's just one more item in your 10-piece bundle. Stock's going really quickly now. Though this is meant to last 24 hours, we are going to struggle with that 24-hour deal. It's going to be as long as the stock lasts now.
Now we're going to talk about cockpit shine. So we're talking about all the area around the dashboard, every single area.
Oh, I love this.
You're always like, oh, they've cleaned.
You know, when you have your car valeted, oh, you know, it looks great from the outside, but it's actually getting in the car that's so exciting. It's the smell. and it's the shine and no dust. Everything is shiny black and glistening and looking absolutely new. But when you have it valeted, it costs a fortune, doesn't it? Not with M Sport, and this is how easy it is to use.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
Absolutely love that. Hearing how busy we are, more people ordering now than stock we've already sold. You do desperately need to check your baskets out. Don't forget, only yours when you check your basket out. It doesn't sit there in your basket. It's not yours when it's in your basket. It's still ours. So say we've only got 20 of these bundles left. 200 people could be trying to order it, and it would only be the first 20 to check out. If you all checked out at the same time, 180 people would miss out. So please check your baskets out. We've got a phenomenal deal. We've had a great deal on this in the past at £24.99, but then we had a really special show a few weeks ago, and this for 24 hours. We'll lower it even further, and it flew. And we didn't think we'd get it again.
We managed to get more stock, but it's now while stocks last, or 24-hour time-limited offer.
It's not going to last.
You've got it in a basket. Check your basket out. If you want a multi-order, you'll only pay one delivery per order of £4.95. 262677. What we would urge you to do, however, is go to the website, because the call centre is so busy. The easiest way to shop is on the website, ShopOnTV.co.uk. Now, we've got one more bottle to run you through. Remember, you're getting 4 microfiber cloths included in the bundle as well. But we're talking about tyre shine now. So if you want the tyre to look superb, as well as the alloys with everything else, take a look. We cleaned just one side of this tyre, the right-hand side that you're looking at there on your screen. Look at the after. Looks like a new tyre. Just that section looks like a new tyre.
It's incredible, the shine to the tyre. We did the other side as well. We did that side because it was particularly real old dirt, because we hadn't done that side before. And the difference on the front, you could read the name of the tyre. It looked like a new tyre had just been put on. It's fantastic. And it's no good if your car's all clean and pristine, having dirty tyres. It's a bit like having a really nice posh dress and then wearing shabby shoes. But the great thing is the results are great, and it's really easy to use. Don't like shabby shoes.
No.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
It is, isn't it? They look like new tyres, don't they?
Yeah. Look like brand new.
Absolutely amazing.
£20 gets you the entire bundle. Remember what's in the bundle if you've just joined us. Inside and outside, you're going to clean your entire
Even get the
car.
microfiber cloths, 2 of the M Sport waterless wash and wax, and then all the extras, the rain guard, the leather and fabric cleaner, the cockpit shine, the tyre dressing, which we just saw, which gives you that amazing shine, and of course your microfiber cloths. Incredible value for money. We have reduced this before in the past to £24.99. We've once before got down to 20, and the stock flew. They've agreed, but they were very unkeen to do it again, but they're like, okay, we'll do it. So for 24 hours we have got this deal back, but I don't think it's going to last 24 hours. A vast amount of that stock now has already sold out and gone, and so many of you with it in baskets, so please do check those baskets out. We will check that stock. 262677 is your item number. Please check out whilst that deal is available. Otherwise, you're really going to kick yourself. And think ahead for Christmas.
Yeah,
perhaps someone's just passed their test and things.
Anyone who's got a car, I think, Alan, will thank you for this.
Yeah, my daughter Jessie May, she got her first car. I felt so sorry for her. It's only a little car, £4,000 to insure it.
Oh, it's
couldn't believe it. But she uses it and she loves going out. And there's actually a limited edition one that came out. It was cherry scent, and she loves it. And she goes out and does it herself. She's only a tiny little thing. She's 18, but she goes out and she does it herself, and she loves it and does the inside of the car, and she really gets a buzz from it.
Yeah.
You know, it's an old car.
Of it,
of course you are.
Of course you are. An old car, a new car, a vintage car, it doesn't matter.
It
anything at all.
Good when
it does.
you cleaned it with
Makes a big difference.
What are we doing here?
Well, do you remember I mentioned earlier on about using this at home? So genuinely use this on your UPVC windows, use it on a double glazing, use it all around, use it on mirrors inside. Now, what I find personally is when I use this in the mirror in the bathroom, there's a song there, isn't there? That I find that they don't steam up quite the same.
Oh, really?
As they do when you don't use it.
Right.
I use it on the glass panel that swings around because it's a step-in bath that we have that has just a little glass thing. So I use it on that, and I don't get those water stains and stuff like that.
I was going to say, it seems to stop the white marks, the water, if you've got hard water causes. Yeah, brilliant.
So, and of course then, you know, this is representing a mirror, obviously that would be at your, you know, in your house or whatever it might be.
It's got a bit of grease on there.
Well, there's no point, you know, doing it, you know, by halves, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know.
Dirty
you
dog
can see, look at the
noses.
numbers on the cameras and
It's
stuff like that.
hands.
So what I'm going to do is pop this down now. I'm just going to clean this. It would be great if I had brought my waterless wash wax with me. But I'm just going to do half of this, okay? Just spritz that on just there like that. So remember what it is, no hard work. So we just literally go from side to side to clean first and foremost. Now, as I say, this could be the double glaze and the UPVC. And I genuinely mean it. Use it actually on the UPVC itself. It's brilliant on it, it really is. And then, again.
Oh, wow.
Well, let me see if I can.
Mirrors can be a nightmare because they really smear. Don't look at that.
Yeah, they do. And that almost started to just clean itself almost a second ago, didn't it? Now, this is an old mirror. Again, you can see there's marks and stuff on it, but just look at the difference in that in literally a couple of seconds.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Amazing. So that's the waterless wash and wax that you're going to use on your vehicle that's going to wash, wax and protect your vehicle.
Yeah.
But use it there on your mirrors, on your shower screens and around the home as well, on tiles, on the wall and things. Honestly, it is absolutely phenomenal. Massively busy. We've got a lot more people now ordering than stock is available. So what we will say is, please, though it is a 24-hour deal, so up until midnight tonight, I don't think it's going to last 24 hours. A vast amount of that stock already gone, but there's so much in baskets. Remember, not yours until you check that basket through.
Yeah, literally hundreds of you within baskets. Do confirm your orders and check out. Now, we've gone from the outside with waterless wash and wax that you can use at home, as Alan said, mirrors, glass, UPVC, but we've got all the interior cleaners and fabric cleaners.
So the most difficult place that people find real issues with is the dashboard itself, and now especially that we've got all those infotainment systems and you're touching on things.
Touch screens.
Yeah, and you're getting finger marks. Now, first of all, the cockpit shine, it doesn't attract the dust the same, so you don't get that film of dust on it.
So nice.
It brings up a shine as well, and it just makes everything look better. So around the instrument binnacle, etc. Door cards as well, if they're made from kind of plastics and stuff. But then also inside, you want to clean your upholstery. Now, a lot of the time you're going to go, well, I've got leather seats, I need a specialist cleaner. Oh, well, I have fabric, so I need a certain cleaner for that.
You might have a bit of both.
A little bit of both as well. Alcantara or something like that you could have. Well, this one here has been formulated to do both of them. Now, I know this bottle says leather cleaner, but the one you will get is the leather and fabric cleaner, which is the one over there. But it does both of them, okay? So I'm just going to take the front of this just here, okay, just to see, again, because this is where little legs will be coming down here, and, you know, you'd be getting, spilt stuff and all over it. That's not particularly dirty, but I'm just going to show you how we would clean this and deal with it. So we would literally spritz on a bit of that, and once you've spritzed it on, and you've given it a bit of a coating on, you know, if it's a heavy stain, you could say, I'm going to leave that like just for a moment or two, and just allow it to work and break down, that whether it's, you know, old milk or something like that. Yeah.
Smell.
It really does.
Oh.
And you know, when you clean with all of these items and you get into your car afterwards, you get in and you go, Oh, so much nicer.
It is the best.
It really is.
You feel like your car's new again. You know,
Yeah.
if you picked your car up from the garage originally, you thought, oh, God, you know, it feels like it was new again. It's amazing.
Brilliant. Give it a little rub over, just like
the way
this.
that works.
Yeah, it's fab. It really is. And again, you can actually see how much nicer that looks already, and it has brought that up. But it is that fragrance as well that's really going to stand out as well when you're sitting in. And again, look at that. That looks great, doesn't it? So again, just freshens it, takes out that dirt that's in there. You know, takes out the smells and everything like that. And again, it really is a very specialized one. And again, you can use it on your leather seats, and it will actually condition the leather seats
And you
too.
took some real stains out of this. There was like sort of a milky sort
Yeah,
of
there was a
stain. There was a stain on this side.
Yeah,
I
there
can't
was
even
quite a
see
lot. Yeah.
where it was. It's so good, and
Yeah.
they blow me away, those live demonstrations, because again, it looks new again, and that was like a £3 car seat.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden it's really spruced it up.
Yeah,
So
there's
the
a difference in
different-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that.
It's incredible.
Fabulous.
And, you know, you do get great satisfaction, I think, from doing a job like that yourself, because, you know, number one, you've saved yourself some money. And again, look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go down to the hand wash car washes, because they're great. You know, go down and use them now and again. But kind of maybe use that as actually I say as a treat, but you won't, because you treat yourself by using this.
Yeah.
This is actually better, because the result you get, you don't miss anything.
We sometimes, if we drive past one of those really posh looking, where they're all doing the cars for you, we'll try it. And we'll have the car washed. And when it's done, I'm like, there's watermark there. There's
Yeah.
watermark. They've missed
Yeah.
that bit. And then,
Yeah.
but then it gets dirty again so quick. And honestly, hand on heart, when we use this, it seems to stay so much cleaner for
Yeah.
so much longer. And that honestly is the truth.
Yeah.
You really notice the
This is
difference,
why.
don't you?
That's
Yeah.
why.
What's this
That
magic
is
you've got?
carnauba wax. So it's the toughest. It's actually the dead skin cells from my arm. So that is carnauba
Oh, my
wax.
director thought it was his cornflake.
Carnauba wax, the most expensive wax, the hardest wax on the planet, and it also has the highest melting point of any wax too, and that's why it's used for cars, because often you would see that when you go up to your car sometimes and you you touch off your car in the summertime, the heat of it, so it has to have protection for that. In fact, I was on the way up tonight now, I spoke at great length to Mark, our friend Mark Thatcher, and we were talking about this, because I told him this is what we're doing tonight, and he uses it as well, and he's got a really old classic Bentley, and he's got a lovely Audi A8, which is gorgeous, and Mark uses this, and he's got a Can-Am bike as well, which is great. There's 2 wheels on the front and 1 on the back, and he uses this as well on that, and he said that his little toy, and he uses this because he knows that he's getting that polish and protect, and he knows that it's not going to scratch his beloved vehicles.
Yeah, that protection that's amazing. It's a bit like, I'm going to say it right, a bit like French polishing.
Yeah.
In a way, so you get that
It's that
really
layering, isn't it? Yeah.
It's giving that protection.
Yeah, so it really seems to leave this amazing layer of protection, which looks great, protects your car against the UV lights, bird droppings, acid rain, and the salt off the roads and all those things.
Especially coming up to winter with the gritting and all that getting thrown against
It gives
your
that
car.
great shine as well. It's phenomenal, isn't it?
Honestly, it really is. It's a terrific, tremendous terrific, as I'm going to say, I nearly mixed them up. It's a terrific waterless wash wax. You will get between 4 and 6 washes of a medium-sized car from this. And you're right. Again, we always go back to say we have to be really careful what we say here. So you're right, you will get more. Because
I think we have to be a bit like that, because I think the first time you use it, you will use too much.
Exactly
it. And you don't need to use that much. After a time, and the more you use it, the more layers of protection are there, the less you'll actually need. You'll find that a small amount goes a much longer way, and you'll be getting much more than 5-6 washes out of the bottle.
I gave a litre of this to Derek Murphy, my friend, a couple of years ago, and he came to the house, and he never cleans his car, and he said, "Oh, that's brilliant, Al." I looked at it, I said, "Car looks good." I said, he said, "So when are you going to clean it the next time? Then you're going to leave it a week or so, Derek?" And he went, "I'll clean it the next time you give me another bottle." He used the whole. He thought that one bottle did your car once, and he just sprayed it everywhere. And I said, "No, you just spritz it on," and then he got the hang of it then. But you do, and you know what you'll end up doing, you know, after a while is you'll stand back more and get that spritz much lighter on the car, because you know you have that protection, and you do get that wonderful, wonderful shine.
And it's like you said, you do that panel at a time, and it's really satisfying to see it actually. You know, if you do that one section and then you look at the section next to it that you haven't done, and you see that difference, and the finish, the wash, the wax and protection. But when you're washing it, you're not using water, you're not using hose pipes.
So it's not messy.
You're not leaving watermarks
Not
and
a
water
big
stains.
hassle. You're
Look
not
at that
getting the
shine
drive
there.
all soaking wet. You spritz this on, you polish it in, you polish it off. What you'd normally do is go around a vehicle and you rinse it down. You'd go around a vehicle and then you'd shampoo it up. You'd go around a vehicle and rinse it down again. You'd go around the vehicle and dry it. You'd go around the vehicle and put the polish on. Go around the vehicle and then you'd polish the polish off. Whereas with this, you spritz it on, you smooth it over, you polish it off, and it's done all of that. It's washed, waxed and protected. Just here in 50% of the entire 24-hour stock has gone. So many of you, though, with this in baskets. We've only done an hour and 40 minutes and half the stock already gone.
24-hour stock, remember, because this is a 24-hour
It's meant to last till midnight. And remember, if there is any left at 1 minute past midnight,
price goes
the
back
price goes back up to $34.99. Order it now, you will not be disappointed. It's phenomenal.
And when we talk about different surfaces, remember we talk about paintwork, we talk about alloy wheels, we talk about chrome and plastic.
It's the whole of your vehicle, isn't it?
The whole of the entire car.
Because this is your 10-piece kit. You've got 4 of the microfiber cloths. You've got 2 of the waterless wash and waxes, which we've been showing you through the show, which you spritz on, polish over, polish off, and the car is washed, waxed and cleaned. So that will give you at least, I would say, 12 washes. I think personally a lot more, because the more you use it, the less you need to use. And honestly, it keeps your car cleaner for longer, and you'll notice that to regular sort of washing. You've then got included with it the rain guard, and we love this. And when we first launched this, I can't remember, I'm sure it was $19.99. At the minute it's available at $12.99. But that is in the bundle. In the bundle, even if it was it's $12.99 to buy, it's in our bundle for £20. And this is the difference it makes, which is amazing on your windscreen.
And if you get that build-up, especially over the winter when we talk about salt and grit, it'll stop that build-up. But then when it does really rain, the rain just beads away from the surface of your windscreen.
That before, when you put your windscreen wipers on, have you ever, don't they go any faster? They don't seem to be clearing the windscreen. You know, it really rains, but you can see the difference. The before, you put the windscreen wipers on and that water really is still going to be there. You're just moving it across the windscreen. The after, you can see that water speeding off, so you'll really notice the difference in bad weather. Absolutely phenomenal. But that's just 3 pieces to your kit. What have you got down here?
Well, you've got all your interior cleaners included as well. You start off with your first interior. We just saw Alan using the leather and fabric cleaner that we've got there. We've got the cockpit shine to do the entire dash area. And that stops the dust build-up as well. And then you've also got the tyre dressing. And the whole bundle also comes with 4 microfiber cloths included. 262,677 to get all of that for just £20 that you can see there. That is the entire bundle that you get for £20. I can't get over it.
It's our best deal, and we do sell it on offer at $24.99. But for a show, they said, OK, for 24 hours, you can have it at £20. It absolutely flew. So we were like, could we have it back at the same offer? We're like, is it going to be the same offer? They weren't so keen to do it at the same offer, but they're like, OK, we'll do it at the same offer. You can have it again just for 24 hours or as long as the stocks last, like last time. You can have that bundle back. I don't know if they'll let us do it again. I hope so, because it's a bundle you and we absolutely love. But grab this, whether it's for you, whether it's for a Christmas gift, a birthday gift. If you don't know what to buy for a loved one, perhaps you've got an uncle that you never know what to buy for, an auntie who loves a car, who's just passed a driving test, who actually just bought a brand new car. Put all of that into a gift bag. What a great
Anyone
present.
Who's got a car.
Yeah.
Anyone who's got a
Caravan,
bike, a motorbike, a caravan,
perhaps
a
you've
boat.
got a works vehicle, perhaps you're a taxi driver, perhaps you're a chauffeur. Ours is always in the boot of the car with a microfiber cloth. And when you get out of the car, because bird droppings can really burn into your paintwork, we just clean it off. Wherever you are, you could be at the top of a multi-storey car park, you could be in the middle of a field cleaning your caravan. You don't need any hose pipes or water.
No, you just spray it on. If it's a bird dropping and it's been there a while, spray it on, leave it on for a couple of minutes, and then you'll be amazed it just wipes away.
Breaks
and then
it
just
down.
buff it up, polish it up, shine it up.
Job done.
It's done, but you've got everything inside and out. There are literally hundreds of you with this in baskets right now. You've got to confirm your orders and check your baskets out.
Remember, it's not yours till you check it out, and I say this so often, we did a show last week and we finished the show and 240 people missed out because there were 240 people more trying to order than stock was available. So remember, when you put it in your basket, it is still ours and more people can keep ordering it. Even if we've only got 5 left, people can keep putting it in their basket, and it'll only be the first 5 people that check out that will get it. We're so busy, even at this time of the morning, absolutely, you're loving it, but you must check those baskets out, otherwise, sadly, you will be disappointed.
Now, this isn't all we've got on the show. We've got another item that you've absolutely loved since we introduced it. Now, it's called the stretch seat.
We saw one today, didn't we?
Oh my goodness, we did. We saw a man
There was a man at a bus stop sat on it. We were nearly pulled over to take a
We nearly
photograph.
did.
We
We nearly did.
There's
We just
a man
went
on
past the
our stretch
supermarket, didn't we?
But they are brilliant, aren't they, for all those situations? So you can use them everywhere, and in a moment, you have got a stretch seat that you can carry around, take it to a festival, take it to a show, take it fishing, and then you can set it at various different heights, which is phenomenal. It takes up to, weight-wise, 330 pounds, so 23.5 stone, and you can alter the height, so it could be a little table if you want to. Could be a footstool.
And there it is when you want to take it with you. You've got a handheld on it, and you've also got a shoulder strap. For gardening, it's brilliant because you can adjust it to whatever the pot size that you're working on. If you're working on the car, cleaning the car, brilliant for that. Like we said, we saw a man at a bus stop today, sat on one of these. DIY jobs around the home, because it's so easy to adjust to any level. It's so convenient. We said about festivals, carnivals,
concerts, camping, parties, outdoor events, caravanning and things. So handy. It's so compact as well. It'll just slide into a drawer. They're using one as a table there too. If you do go camping, there you're seeing it as the shoulder strap, and that will go across the body as well if you want it to. Then you can get it and alter it to the height that's right for you and have a little sit down.
Wherever you want.
Absolutely wherever you are, even in the middle of a footpath.
It's that man who we saw today.
It could have been him. It could have been him, actually. It looks a similar street.
Where's the bus?
Here we're coming, look, to have a look.
And then it just folds down. It's really easy for storage. You can see it at its lowest height there and its highest height. You've got 4 colours left in stock to choose from. Blue's already sold out. Red, orange, green or black. If you want to keep them in the shed, if you've got a caravan again or a motorhome, brilliant for that. They'll pop straight into a drawer, but really, really simple, really easy to use and so compact. Like I say, for festivals, brilliant. For concerts,
anyone that go, out and about, that's it. You grab it, and perhaps you love exhibitions, but you do get so tired, and often there's not enough seating, is there? You've got your own seat wherever you are. Throw it in your rucksack, use the handle and carry it. Use the longer strap and have it across the body, but set it at any of those various heights, so it's going to work for you, it's going to work for the kids. It's phenomenal. And remember, obviously it's a stool, but you can use it as a little table. So if you're thinking, well, actually I'll get 3 of these, there's a seat each, and then we'll use the other one as a little table as well, or a little footstool. It's absolutely brilliant. £20 is your price. So please grab that, 0788224. If you're buying that alongside our M Sport bundle, you've now spent over £30, so now you can split the cost with PayPal.
Yeah, and they're really simple to use as well. You've got 2 little holes on the top, 2 little holes on the bottom. You just pull it to where you want it to be, and it locks into position. And you can decide as tall or as short as you like.
And takes 23.5 stone, so it's phenomenal. And that's how compact it is for you to take absolutely anywhere. Brilliant.
4 colours left. If you want to get it, just £20. 0788224 is your item number. If you saw it at the bottom of the screen for 30, it's better than that. It's just £20.
It is definitely 20. Now, this is our bundle from our waterless wash and wax. It's disappearing off the shelf. It's a 10-piece bundle. We have got, well, over half of it is completely gone. The rest very much is going into baskets. So many there's hundreds of you with this in a basket. 2 of the waterless wash and waxes, and then everything else to do the whole clean. The rain guard, the leather and fabric cleaner, the cockpit shine, the tyre actual shine as well, and 4 microfiber cloths. One of our best deals, but only for 24 hours. I don't think it'll last 24 hours. And honestly, if half the stock has gone now, 24 hours later, I think we're going to really struggle for anyone to be able to get it.
You've got to check out, make sure you get yours, especially if you're multi-ordering. Your waterless wash and wax, it cleans, it washes, it shines, and it protects. And we're going to show you how that protection works in this next clip.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay, even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and it is super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
And that is Alan's car. Honestly, he put spray paint
pride and joy
on his own car, knowing, though, that you would get it off.
Yeah, I had no worries about it at all. I mean, I've been doing that demo for a while on bonnets and stuff like that, and I knew it was going to do it. And I said, you know what, let's really show, because a lot of time people will, you know, I'd say, oh yeah, but that's a prop, you know, bonnet or something, and they're not. We get them from the breakers yard, so we just did that just to show that actually, you know, I put my money where my mouth is, as it might be. I want to do a little demo here for you, because we're always cleaning the other side of this, and I thought, actually, let's flip this over, because again, remember I said a couple of weeks ago I got this. This is the third or fourth time I've used this. I got it from a breaker's yard. Well, you can clearly see, and I'll show you in a second. See all of the dirt? Look, you can see, right? So I'm going to tilt this forward so you can see, and I want you to take a look just down there by the bonnet close, down at the bottom, okay? Have a little look-see at that, and I'm going to clean a bit of that. Now look at that rubber seal around as well. You can see it just a couple of inches up on the top just there. So I'm going to clean some of this. You can see how heavy that dirt is. It's probably been building up there for years and years and years. And that's another thing. When you go to get the, you know, your car cleaned, they don't do that inside bit like that, do they?
No.
You can choose to do that yourself. So I'm going to do a little bit of this. And as I say, I'm going to do the rubber seal as well. And I'm going to put a good bit on this because, quite frankly, it's been there for...
That is really old dirt that's on there, isn't it? It's going to be donkey's years
It's old, old. But let's see how this turns out. I'm almost loath for you guys to see this because you can see what's happening. You're going to... You see? That's what's happening.
And this is you doing this demonstration. We have got no idea, you know, whether it would or wouldn't work because we've never cleaned the inside of this. The fact is, we know it works. We trust it thoroughly.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
That is fabulous.
Yeah. Now there's a little bit of corrosion on it, so that's the look. By the way, you can see that filter's come up there. But let me just get my second cloth now, and it's going to give this a bit of a buff up. Now remember, this car is well, look, it's probably 15, 20 years old. I'm not really sure. There is some corrosion on this, but I want you to see when I turn this up the difference in this. So you're ready for this little reveal, right? Okay.
Get ready for this.
Look at that.
Look at that for a difference.
And that was such old dirt.
Look at him.
Oh my goodness.
And look at that rubber seal as well. Just look at the difference in that, the way that's brightened up as well.
Now, someone emailed in earlier saying about, you know, can I get all the dirt off my car? I think we've proved the point there. It truly does. And whether that is grime or whether that is bird droppings or whether that is better, actually, put it back up. Whatever it is that's on your vehicle. Now, it was like a tar. It was tar. I was like, why did I get cut tar on my car? You know, when they first do the roads, they lay a new road. I got tar on my car.
Flicked up from the cars in front of you.
I couldn't get it off with anything.
Yeah.
And this was before I knew about this product. I went back to the garage where I'd bought the car from, and I said, I can't get this off with anything. Do you know what they came out with? And they got it off.
They got it off, yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that is amazing. And you've perhaps seen waterless wash and waxes in car showrooms. We passed a couple in London, and they're really posh, beautiful cars, but they're in like a shop.
Yeah. Yeah,
And there's nowhere they can't use a hose
they
pipe.
couldn't use water.
And sometimes you'll walk past and they're cleaning them with a spray.
Well, when I told you I bought that little Mini from the guys at Prestige down in Crawley, and I told him, he said, "Oh, what do you do?" And I said, "Well," I explained to him, and it was about a week later we were doing this when we got it the first time at this price. And I told him, he said he's going to buy 40 of them because he'd 40 cars in stock, and of course he's only paying 1 P&P as well, so he did well. And he said he's going to give them at that price. He said he's going to give them as a gift to people when they bought a car, and that's what he was doing. So a lot of people down the Crawley area are going to be getting those now in their car, and they'll be thrilled. You know, what a bundle. I said to him, you know, for the sake of 20 quid, what you're getting and giving to someone, they're going to think you've given them a fortune's worth of stuff.
Pop that all into a gift bag for anybody that loves their car, perhaps just passed the driving test, just bought a brand new car. I think sometimes we run out of ideas for birthdays and Christmases and things, don't we? Because we buy a lot of things for ourselves. That'd be a great present, a different present for someone that's a bit difficult.
Yeah.
And you know something? A lot of times now, a lot of families, I know we do the Secret Santa, and we stick a 20 for the immediate family, stick 20, 30, 40, 50 quid on.
Yeah.
Some people might have a little bit more, but if you had 20 quid and you got that, the person who got that from you would be flaming well thrilled, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
They wouldn't believe you don't spend £20.
What could you get for £20? They wouldn't believe that was £20.
Yeah.
I've got to keep reiterating, it's a 24-hour time-limited offer, all while stocks last. There are literally hundreds of you still with these in baskets. You've got to check your baskets through. You get everything that you see there. At $24.99 is a reduced price. The usual price of $34.99 is good because you get everything that you see in the bundle. 2 of your waterless wash and wax. You've got your cockpit shine there for the interior. You've got your fabric and leather cleaner. You've got that amazing rain guard that beads the water away. 4 of your microfiber cloths included as well. Everything you need to clean your car inside and out, even the tyre shine included. In fact, we should show those demonstrations.
Yeah, we should. Clean shines, it polishes, it keeps your car cleaner as well for longer. That's just the waterless wash and wax, and then you've got all the extras that Sean was telling you about. It protects your vehicle again against the weather, against the sunshine, against acid rain, against the salt off the roads. It gets the bugs that are welded on the front of your car off. You're going to be blown away. And virtually, with everything we've got here, you can clean every area of your car.
Literally every single part of your car you can do. So if we just think about it, the paintwork, the glass, the plastics, the rubber surrounds, the chrome, the carpets, the seats, the dashboard, the leather, the fabric, whatever it might be. Even in the boot, if you get, because people put in, they get the carpets there filthy, you can use that. So there literally is not one part of the car that you can't, well, engine, okay, but if you want, but you know, but you get what we're saying. Even open the doors, the door sills, every single part. And you know what? I was just looking at that when you were chatting there, and I thought, wow, that's just amazing. I'd like to show that again if I could. Good. Excuse me for covering you up there, just to show you. Look at the difference in that just there. That's what it was like before. And just look at one side, but look at that rubber surround as well, just towards the top of that just there as well, and see the difference. And this is what it looks like now after we cleaned it. Look at that. Just look.
That is amazing.
It looks brand new
like
again.
Factory finish.
It literally is.
I'd love to know how old that dirt is. That dirt is like donkeys years old. When you turned it over, I was like, oh my goodness, that is like the oldest of dirt.
No struggle.
The paintwork under there looks brilliant, because obviously that's been under the bonnet.
Under the bonnet, yeah.
For all these years.
You know, no struggling, no scrubbing or anything like that. And, you know, that could have been, you know, a thing that actually I started and I go, oh, it's not working so well. Yeah. But actually, I genuinely was so confident. I knew it was going to do it, and I knew I had nothing to worry about. But that's a real phenomenal difference, and that really does show you because that's, you know, road from the dirt for donkey's years.
Now, we also get great results on tyres. We're not just talking about the tyre, we're talking about the alloy wheel or the hubcap, if you still have traditional hubcaps rather than alloys.
Yeah.
This wheel, we started off, it was pretty filthy when we started, wasn't it? But you've cleaned half of it.
Yeah, we've cleaned half, and what I'll do is I'll clean the other half and then finish off the tyre as well, just so you can see the full finished article. And, you know, we did the other side of this as well, just to kind of prove a little bit of a point. But there's the actual wheel right now, so you can see. So I'll turn that around to that camera so you can see that. And then we will see in just a second how that actually turns out, and when we finish that off, okay? So I'll just let that lie back down again. There we go. And again, don't worry about it going on to the, if people think, oh, we may break this or whatever like that.
So you don't have to worry if it goes inside. Or
no, not at all. It's absolutely fine. And and a lot of people will, who really are particular about their cars, some people actually take off the wheels off and do the inside of the wheels all of the time because.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah, I've seen loads of people do that.
That's dedication.
But it is. But you see, the reason that a lot of people do that is because if I show you the other side of this wheel, the brake dust and everything's built up so many years. It's like you need something very specialist to get that off. But people like to avoid that. I'm just getting into nooks and crannies and everything like that now. So that's pretty much done just there. So now what I'd like to do is I'd like to give this a bit of a buff over, which I shall do now. It's really important to do the buffing. Okay, don't leave the buffing because it's been designed in such a way that all of these the ingredients in this work together. So you think that the surfactants and the petroleum distillates working to break down the dirt and to protect your paint work, etc. And then at the end of that, then with another wipe over, then the carnauba wax does its job to get that shine up.
They always spritz it on, sort of massage it in a way. That's the
exactly. And
then you polish it off, and that creates that fabulous shine.
Now you're using another product here, though, aren't you, Al?
Now, what this is what you're getting in this bundle is your tire dressing, okay? And what this is doing is it's a really safe mixture as well. The ingredients in this, they don't corrode your wheels. It really is thought out really well, and it's been made to protect your wheels. Now that we've the tires and the wheels, of course, because what we don't want is for it to corrode.
Look at that.
But just look at the difference in that now.
It looks like a new tyre, doesn't it?
It does. The shine on the actual tyre itself, but then the actual sort of hubcap looks phenomenal.
Yeah. There's before. That's what we looked like.
Before we did anything.
Yeah.
And look at it now.
It's just, look, as you said, a tyre, look at that. Imagine that rolling down the road, when you pull up at lights or, you end up at your friend's house. Or even, like what I genuinely get a real thrill when the car is clean and everything is done beautifully on it. I get a real thrill when I'm walking towards it, and you unlock it, and if sometimes the lights, the lights will come on in some cars. I get a real thrill. I think, wow, look at that. It looks so good.
I think you really notice the tyres, don't you, on a vehicle when they're clean and bright.
Especially if you've got detailed alloys.
Yeah, you're like, God, they look amazing.
The other thing that I love about it as well, it gets into all those nooks and crannies. Our alloys are quite intricate and really difficult to clean normally, but with this, it just gets straight in there.
Get right in around, spray it in, you get that nice little spritz spray. You can have the stream spray as well if you want it on to get into the really hard to reach areas. But that's really wonderful to see that. I'm going to just show you, if I may, just to finish off the wheel, because, I just want the last of the, the viewers now to see this in case you've just tuned in. But if we look at this here, you can see that I've cleaned, half of this just here. So what I'm going to do is this, and this is the old, remember I was saying about the stuff you can't really get rid of because there's donkey's years. That's welded in with heat and it's burnt in as well. But around this area here, I'm going to clean this, and you can see if I do that, it's not really coming off at all. You can see actually the dirt on my finger if I can turn that around. But let me just clean that and present it to you in just a second, okay? So you'll get the idea and the gist of what I'm doing in just a second. That tyre looks an absolute state as well. But we're just going to spritz this on and be able to clean it and get onto that alloy bit just there.
And again, when you've got a nice clean car, there's nothing worse than actually having dirty tyres, because it's a bit like having a really nice frock on and then you're wearing really shabby shoes. It just doesn't work. You've got to finish it off, haven't you? So if you've got a clean car, you need clean tyres.
And this gives you that finish.
And they seem to stay cleaner for longer.
The tyre, the alloy, honestly, it's all around the car as well. Remember, paint work, chrome work, plastic work. You'll use it on all those different surfaces. Like we said, massage it in, and then you're going to buff it off. That gives you the shine and the finish.
Exactly. Now this, remember, this dirt I'm trying to clean here has literally been welded into this probably for 15 or 20 years. The inside of it that you wouldn't expect.
See this normally.
Yeah, and you certainly don't clean it, that's for sure.
No.
You don't think I'm going to do the inside of that. But now I'm going to add the tyre dressing to this as well.
Which is in your bundle.
Which is, it's unbelievable. And especially something that's, such a specialist, thing as well. It really is a very specialised spray that does the job, because what they haven't done is put anything in here that's really harsh that's going to damage the alloy wheels, because a lot of time you can get damage from your alloy where it corrodes the alloy and breaks down the the protective coating on your alloys. But from what we had a minute ago, I think in just a couple of minutes, I think that's quite the result, isn't it, really? The inside of the wheel,
is.
you're not really going to be cleaning that well. Look at that.
So let's see
Just
how
look around the rim as well, look.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
That's the before. Ding.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And that was done right here in front of everybody as
Yeah.
well. And again, look, you can see, look, I'm always absolutely 100% straight with people, with the bonnet, because I get it. And then the first time I clean it, it's what it was like. But then I have to put dirt onto it and put loads of stuff on. But that there on the other side of that, you can see that was absolutely genuine. So that's exactly what you got. The same with this here as well. Yeah, and you can see the filth on my hands coming from moving these. But I love the inside of that bonnet just there, because that really shows how it just makes it all pop.
Yeah, how it brings everything back on every surface. Look at that dirt that's been there for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Alan just cleaned that one side, and what a difference with the waterless wash and wax. Even on the rubber seal there on the right-hand side.
And I was holding it up earlier, so I didn't really see that little clip, that little before and after. It genuinely is. And you know something? That happened, and I'm not afraid to do things live and say, let's check this out, because I know what we're dealing with here, and I know this product. Worked with it for a long time.
And M Sport, I mean, what a company.
Unbelievable. Up in the Lake District, I've been up there a couple of times now to their head office, and I sat down with the team principal actually when we had the first meeting about all of this and about the formulation of it. And there was this the place to have it, up in a place called Cockermouth, and it is the most beautiful place. So much security in there you have to get through to get in. And we sat down in this manner, and this table that we sat at, it hold 50 people. It's like something you'd see, Henry VIII sitting at, this big huge table with all these big high back chairs. And we were all just sitting around. There's probably about 15 of us, and they were talking about the different types of dirt and talking about the different types of cleaning and how it must work and what it must do. And then when we went back up then as well afterwards, when it was all formulated, the guys in the because what they do is the way this works is they have to get a road car in, and then they have to change the road car. So to take out the engine, put in a different engine. With the road car, they have to build the roll cage inside. And the guys going around, so the way mechanics will often go out and they'll have that trolley they put their stuff on, and the drawers in it and stuff. And on all of them, there's this and a couple of cloths sitting on it. So what they do is when they then change it, and there was Bentleys in there that were changing.
I was going to say, these are top-end cars.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds and hundreds of thousands. And I remember he said, open the door of that Bentley. And I was thinking, okay, so I got to put force into it because it was changed to carbon fibre. I went, wow, it just opened, but yet so strong. It was the most incredible couple of days I spent. But the point that I'm trying to make is that, they formulated this to be the best. We went into the museum at the side, and there was 4 GT40s in there. One of them was worth way over £1 million. And it was the first ever car that was registered in Cambridgeshire. There was the first XR4i, the Sierra XR4i. There was an XR3i, XR2i, the original first ones ever. Yeah. And they were all there, and they used this to keep them clean in the museum.
And they call them garages, don't they? They're like pristine showrooms.
It's like going into there's operating theatres, I'm sure, that aren't quite as clean.
That level of cleanliness.
And that's what they wanted. They would not put their name to anything, and they didn't want anything that wasn't perfection. And the meticulous work that went into this, honestly, and I genuinely, I kind of hate in a way, I love that you're getting this for 20 quid, but I hate that in a way because this genuinely is worth so much more. This should not be £20.
Don't devalue it because we've got it as such a good
It is just the most incredible bundle of the most incredible products.
Now, we want to recap all the individual items for you. We've got little clips, actually, from the garages with M Sport that we've talked about with each and every product. But if you want to get this, it's such brilliant value. The entire bundle for £20 for 24 hours, all while stocks last. Hundreds, close to thousands of you have gone for it on this show tonight. What a special this is.
And even though we are coming up to 2:15, still hundreds of you got this in a basket. You do need to check those baskets through. Take a look at the bundle. We'll talk you through it as well, because everything you've got here is you're getting sent to you for £20. which is ridiculous. If you were just buying the Waterless Wash and Wax on their own, you'd be quite happy when you see the results to pay £20 for this, but you're getting everything else included as well. But let's start at the very beginning and see how easy this is to apply and how great the results are.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here, the M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
Well, you'd think it doesn't get better than this, but actually it does because of our bundle. And this bundle normally, our best price on this was originally $24.99. You can see there the usual price, and it's a great price at $34.99, but we regularly sell it for $24.99. Then they decided they were going to give us a special for 24 hours, the last time we did this show, and it went down to £20 just for 24 hours. And my goodness, the stock absolutely flew. And I think a lot of you did miss out. I think that's why we were extremely busy at the top of the show, because you'd seen we managed to get the same deal back. We didn't think we'd get it back, and it is again only for 24 hours. That's it.
But you've got to get it now. What a huge amount of stock has already gone. 24 hours or while stocks last. Now, your waterless wash and wax, we've just covered there for you briefly. But we've got specialist products in here as well, haven't we?
This is amazing. It's called Rain Guard. You know when it really rains and you can't see through your windscreens, can you? And you put the windscreen wipers on and you think, God, don't they go faster than that? And you thought, I'm sure. And they don't seem to be clearing it. Well, see the before, that with a windscreen wiper, it will just spread that water everywhere, and it seems that it never clears. The after though, can you see how the actual water beads off? So you'll notice the difference on that really heavy rainy day when you're putting the windscreen wipers on, that they seem to be working better. You even find it's better for the dirt and the grime as well that is on your windscreen, and I think kinder probably to your windscreen wipers as well.
Yeah.
You have got a phenomenal product that when we first launched it, and I'm only taking this from memory, I'm sure this was $19.99 when it launched. At the moment it's on offer, it's $12.99 on its own. So even at $12.99, it's in our £20 bundle, which is crazy.
To have that protection on your windscreen is brilliant, and on top of everything else, it's really simple to use as well.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology, which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
It is incredible, and I'd be quite happy if I had those 3 items for £20. Which you have.
That'd be a great deal.
But you've got everything else as well. So we've cleaned the outside of the car. The windscreen's looking amazing. Let's get in the car.
Yeah.
And what have we got first?
Well, leather and fabric cleaner we're talking about next. So if you've got leather interiors, fabric upholstery interiors, this is a multi-purpose cleaner. Whether it's existing stains that you've got, like we had on that car seat,
that was
it'll
so
take those stains away.
Yeah.
And brilliant just as a general cleaner as well around your upholstery, on your fabric, but also on your leather. It's a multi-purpose product for the inside of the car. Remember, you're getting all 10 pieces for £20 if you check out now. We don't want you to miss out on this. Let's take a look inside the car and how easy it is to use.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport Leather and Fabric Cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally. And then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. and then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
Honestly, it's brilliant because we did live demonstrations on that car seat, and that car seat was a second-hand seat that we just bought as a prop for like £3. And there were stains on there, and we were like, well, we'll just try it in the show. Well, Alan was, and honestly, I was like, wow. It's gone. And there's like a sort of a milk stain on there. So if you have got kids, if it is the car seat, if it is your leather seats, if it's the upholstery, if it is the carpet on the floor, perhaps it's the actual roof. Sometimes you can get a mark on the roof and you can never get that off, can't you? And you're like, what is that? How did that happen? And perhaps you're trying
if you've got a hatchback like us and you ram the car full of stuff all the time, and it always marks on the ceiling, doesn't it? We've got a light ceiling in our car. It's got big marks.
We keep
on
thinking,
it.
should we go back to a saloon and then we see how
Not the way you pack.
There's just no way
chance.
we're going to have a hatchback.
No, even for a weekend.
But yeah, you do, and you look and you think, well, how am I going to clean that? I want to use something I can trust, and this has been designed for you to use it on your leathers and all your fabrics, so all inside the car as well. So that's going to clear all that up, and as we say, brilliant with stains. But the next item I love, because you know when you treat yourself and you have your car valeted, and you get in, the car's amazing on the outside, that's it. You get in, it smells fantastic, but everything glistens. There's no bit of
It's that
dust
showroom
anywhere.
finish again, isn't it?
The steering wheel, the sat-nav bit, everything's looking at, the plastics are all looking new, it's all looking amazing. Best feeling. But normally it's really expensive. I know if we just go to our local supermarket, you can have the car washed and valeted, and it's £35. And you can't afford to do that time and time again. For £20, you've got a bundle that allows you to do it time and time and time again. And it is so easy to apply, but honestly, you are going to love the results with this.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
You'll absolutely love it. Now, still, as we keep saying, hundreds of you still with this in baskets. Remember, not yours till you check your basket out. It is meant to be a 24-hour offer, though we've thundered through half the stock already through the show, and actually more of it now in baskets than you could ever. We're well over half the stock gone. So what you must do is check your basket out. Sadly, you can just keep putting it into your baskets because it's hours until the stock is checked out. So as an example, if there was 10 of these left, and there's 10 left, 12 people could put it in their basket, 15, 20, 100, 120, 200 people could be putting those, whatever's left, to say there's 10, they'd be putting those 10 into their basket. What happens is when you all check out, it's only the first 10 people that check out that get it. Everybody else, it suddenly says, sorry, sold out. Or actually, someone could jump on the phones right now, and we've got people on the phones, they could be taking what's left. So please do check your baskets out. It is not yours when it's in your basket. You have to check it through, otherwise you could miss out. We had 240 people the other night miss out for exactly that reason. And we haven't told you everything yet, because when you've got a clean looking car, you need shiny, clean tyres.
And that's what we've got with your tyre dressing. Remember, you can clean your alloys with your waterless wash and wax, but then you've got a tyre dressing for the actual tyre itself. That looks like a brand new tyre. It's years old, as you can see there. The back reverse of the tyre that you can see there. Alan even cleaned the back of it, the surface.
That's amazing, because that was the oldest
Old. But it brings it up like new every time.
So you clean with your waterless wash and wax, and then you use the fabulous tyre shine to get that
around
real
the tyre
finish
itself, yeah.
on the tyre. It is phenomenal. And here, of course, is our lovely Alan showing you how it works.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tire. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
It is.
Isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing. And when your car's clean, it's no good having dirty tyres. And you want that shine, don't you? And sometimes they offer to do something similar, but you pay extra to have that done. Again, you've got that in your bundle, which is brilliant.
And it's all the different surfaces, interior and exterior, because you're getting all of these products that you see here. The waterless wash and wax, it means you don't need any water. It doesn't leave any smears, any watermarks. There's no scratches. You spritz it on, you rub it in, you buff it off. If you're in an area where we do get to a stage where we have those hose pipe bans, you're ahead of the game, because you don't need any water.
And remember, it works on everything: the paintwork, the metal, the wheels, the plastic, the glass, the headlights, the chrome, absolutely everything. It's a water-free solution to give a fantastic shine as well as cleaning. But then you've got everything else in the bundle as well.
Everything else included. 10 pieces in total and down to £20. Well, stocks last off for 24 hours. If you've not popped it in your basket yet, 262-677. And even at this time, we would still urge you to go to the website, because the call centre has been overrun. ShopOnTV.co.uk.
A multi-order thing for Christmas. I know we think Christmas is ages away, but it's not. It's around, it's around the corner.
How is it
3 paydays,
September?
they're saying.
It's
till
September
Christmas.
already.
So we don't know, and honestly, we don't know if we'll get this offer back before Christmas. So please, whilst we have the stock and we have the deal, grab it. Don't be disappointed. We'll always try and get these deals back, but obviously it's a lot of hard work to get these prices, and you have got a phenomenal deal.
And now
with
I think this is the best bundle we've ever done.
I've never seen it
anywhere.
I've never seen anything like it. I know we did it a couple of weeks ago. It was about 4 or 5 weeks ago, however long ago, and I was completely, just
we were
dumbfounded
so
by
excited,
it.
weren't we?
Yeah,
Like, oh
for
my word.
£20. I mean, we're talking about going in some places £4.55 for a coffee.
Yeah.
I got a can of fizzy pop the other day. It was £2.05. And I'm like, and that's just for a little can of drink. It's just, some prices of things have just gone crazy.
Yeah.
And I know that people expect and they know they'll get value here with this, but for that bundle, it is actually mind-boggling. I don't know how it was done.
And what you said earlier, you mustn't let that price put you off.
No, absolutely
And let
not.
it devalue the product.
If this was something that was in some, I don't know, let's call it some old backstreet store, and it didn't have a name on it, there were these little bottles of stuff when you weren't sure, But this is M Sport. This is right with us here on Shop on TV and ITV. I've shown this how well it works, right here live. It is phenomenal. I use it myself. It's brilliant. I just want to show you something, because I turned this over a second ago. I just want you to see something, okay? So just look at this here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of the cleaner onto this, okay?
What even is this?
Well, it's basically what that is. That's the
What is it
inside. Well, I'll tell you what it's for. So that is basically, it's a heat guard #1. So your engine is underneath here, but also it stops the sound as well. So it's quietens it down.
Insulates
It
it.
insulates it.
Right.
But I just want to show you something, okay? I'm just going to spray a little bit of this on, okay? And I just want to show you something, okay? So you can see the cloth is absolutely clean. And I'm just going to do a little bit of rubbing over that, just to show you, in case you're wondering, does it really get deep down? Does it really lift out dirt? Well, I can tell you it is, because look at how filthy that has become just there, lifting that dirt out of there. And again, you can see as I move around that, it's lifting that dirt and it's clean. Now that's something that you should never even clean perhaps, but you can see the filth of that just there. But I want to show you this part here at the front, because this really wowed us when we saw it earlier on. So in case you didn't see it, we started with this like here, and we went to this. Now I'm going to show you live demo how easy it is to clean that. Now that is dirt that has built up over the years. That is dirt that has probably never ever been cleaned before. Remember, this came from the breaker's yard. Now in case people think, oh, I bet they scrubbed and scrubbed on that. Well, let me just show you, okay? I'm going to spritz this onto that, just like that. I'm going to do the rubber surround as well. And then I'm going to get my 2 cloths. Remember, it's always 2 cloths. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip here now as well. So what you will have is you will have your first cloth, which is for washing, cleaning, and then your second one comes in for the buffing.
Yeah. Right.
So when this one that you're cleaning with becomes filthy, okay, that goes in the bin. This one that you're buffing with becomes your cleaning cloth. and then a clean one, it becomes your buffing cloth, and keep doing that with them.
And we'll wash the cloths, won't we?
Oh yeah, wash them. Don't use detergent though, or don't use fabric conditioner.
Yeah. Right.
So what I have is I have a box of non-bio, just the old powder at home.
Just stops them being so absorbent.
Exactly. And boy, oh boy, do you know the difference if you lose that absorbency on these. But again, just look at it. I'm not doing any hard work here whatsoever. I'm simply going over this dirt, and I can see it breaking down in front of me. And I know you can't, but I'm just doing this, and I will show you the reveal in just a second.
And it is, you can see that it's been there for years, that dirt.
Yeah, it really has. It's been here a long time. Again, look at the filth of the cloth.
Look at that.
That's what's come off that cloth. So now I'm just going to give it a buff, because buffing it is really important, because that's what's activating the carnauba wax on this. And even that rubber on that, the rubber little seal just here, because remember, we're using this on every single part of the car. You're using it on your chrome, you're using it on glass, you're using it on the rubber surrounds, you're using it on plastic, you're using it on everything. And again, just look at that when I tilt that forward. Now that there really does showcase for me how amazing this is. Now look what that was like before. Check that out. And again, you can see just how incredible it is. That has literally brought that back to how it would have been when it was brand new. And I did that for what, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
But it just shows you the powerful formulation of this.
And that is just a regular bonnet that you got from a breaker's yard.
Yeah.
A really old vehicle that
was
probably being crushed. And
well, actually, it was. They were pulling them apart and taking off bits off of it.
And they were like, this crazy man wants the bonnet. Let's go let him have the bonnet. That's why we wanted the bonnet. And you're seeing how amazing. We never normally do that. Well, we've never done that side, because that dirt's been there for years. We normally do the bonnet side and re-dirty it. So you've really seen really old, built-up dirt, and how it's broken it down and cleaned it.
Yeah, and you could see that was absolutely genuine stuff just there.
And the finish is different, isn't it, on the interior? On the other side, on the front side, the shine that you get on the paintwork is brilliant.
Yeah, it's fab. It really is. Let's just, if I can, recap. I want to do, because we're talking about every part of the car, I also want to just chuck this in again in case you've just joined us, about using this around the house. And I genuinely use it in the house. I cleaned all of the windows the other day around the house. I got many brownie points, so I'm delighted with myself. She even told her parents that I cleaned the windows. But I cleaned the windows in the house, inside and outside, really easy. You just spritz it on, one cloth and then the other one, and you just see that, it's amazing.
Clear, it doesn't seem to smear, it gives a great finish.
It's brilliant. The UPVC surrounds of it came up a treat as well. I use it in the mirrors around the house. I use it on the high glass kitchen cabinets. I use it on, where's brilliant, I must say, is where you're doing the cooking, that little bit of a splashback that's just there.
For the grease.
Use the grease on that because it doesn't stick to it the same at all. It's brilliant. I use it up in the bath. I actually use this genuinely on the chrome taps. I use it on the sinks as well. I use it on the bath. Don't use it on the part where you're standing, just use it on the top bit around the side. But I use it on the shower handles, the taps. It's just phenomenal.
It's a really great
finish.
Does. So of course you can use it that way, but obviously it is for your car. It is a whole cleaning system for your car, and the bundle is just £20 today. We are massively busy, and what I will say is please check those baskets out. We have an email from Carol. She wants to know if she can use it on her railings in the garden. It's a matte finish paint.
Do you know what? I don't know the answer to that. I do apologise. I've never been asked that before, but I don't see why not spray it onto it and just wipe it over.
Shiny paintwork and all of that. You could try it on a little bit and see.
Just give it. It's not going to do any harm. There's nothing nasty in here whatsoever. But I don't want to say yes to it because I genuinely have never been asked before.
What you could do is patch test it.
Yeah, just do a little
good call.
Test out.
Good call.
See if it does, give a good finish and how it works. What we will say is check your baskets through. We've got a mirror here just to give you an idea very quickly of using it indoors, on mirrors, windows, like Alan was saying.
Yeah. And of course the windows of your car and the mirrors of your car as well.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand back and give that a little bit of a spritz.
Which again is so important to be clean.
Yeah, absolutely. And you think about, the mirrors of your car that you're looking in to see traffic from behind you, but also you're looking at, if you're looking out through, and you mentioned earlier about your glasses being dirty and how difficult that can be, but if you imagine you're sitting in the car and you're looking out through a dirty window into dirty mirrors, you really are obscuring.
And at night again, when you've got light reflecting, if your mirror's dirty, I do think you see things differently.
Yeah.
It's so important to have a really clear mirror, and this is going to do exactly that. No smears, really quick and easy. Look at that.
It's superb. And again, just a little like, don't push too hard on this, you know, because if you do push down on that microfiber cloth, you just don't get the same results at all. But again, give you a little bit of an idea then of the difference in that just there.
Wow.
We can see just how clean that is.
That's quite different, isn't it? My word.
It's a lot different.
Now we're getting busier and busier and busier. Check your baskets through. It's only as long as the stock is there. It is your whole cleaning system for your vehicle for just £20, only for 24 hours. If it lasts 24 hours. Well over 50% of the stock already sold out and gone, and hundreds of you with the rest of it in baskets.
The whole bundle that you see here included for £20, 10 pieces in total, 4 microfiber cloths, you've got your waterless wash and wax, you've got your interior cleaners, you've got your tyre shine, everything for £20. But while stocks last, we're still getting people adding them into baskets. You've got to
still
check
people on the phone. You're up late tonight, which is really good.
So 262677 is the item number. Let's take a look at it from our Warrington studios, showing you how good it is on the wheels as well.
I want to show you, because you mentioned that tyre dressing as well. So let's come back here now and let's clean this alloy wheel, which from first impressions doesn't look too bad actually, does it? It looks okay. But when I do half of this, I'll do this half just here, you'll notice I'm spritzing it onto the tyre as well. Now some people might say, well, you're putting that onto the brake disc, Alan, surely if it's got wax in it, that's not going to be good. Absolutely fine. Now remember, no hard work. Hard work is counterproductive. Now, barring there's scratches here, and you'll see the dirt in there, of course, it's not going to be able to take away the marks. Obviously, those curb marks happened when somebody else was driving my car.
Wouldn't be you, would it? Wouldn't be you.
Couldn't possibly be me, no. But this is it. This is as hard as you need to work, okay? Really, really simply. Now, I'm going to show you something quite amazing in a second as well. So now I get my second microfiber cloth to do the buffing. Now just look at the shine, look at the treatment of this, how amazing it turns out.
It is so satisfying.
Brilliant, isn't it? Now that's that done. I'm doing half, okay, so I've cleaned half the tyre, but now I'm going to bring in the tyre shine. So what we do is turn it to the on position and then just bring some through like so, and then literally put a bit onto your tyre like so. Get one of your microfiber cloths. I'm going to choose a different one this time. And now I'm going to...
And you get half a litre of your tyre product, but look, it gives it that kind of liquid rubber look. It's going to help to protect against UV damage too.
Now, let me tell you something as well. You often see when you go to, and I'm not saying all of them, please don't think I'm saying all of them, but that is one hell of a result. When you go to the people who do it by hand, sometimes the stuff that they dip their paintbrush in to do your tyre can, and I'll stress that, have an acid in it that gets onto your wheels and will actually break through the lacquer on your wheels.
Didn't realise that.
But we're making sure we're protected here. But that's a beautiful before and after just there.
The results are amazing, and that again is just one piece that's out of your bundle. You really have got a deal we couldn't believe when we originally did it. It was meant to be really a bit of a one-off. It was a 24-hour deal. You loved it so much that our buyers sort of begged, could we have that same deal again? So it is our second time to air with this deal.
It was to the push. It was to the last minute.
I don't honestly know if we'll always try and get it back at these deals, but I don't honestly know if we'll be able to, because you really have got ridiculous value for money here.
Great value, because you've got every solution for cleaning your car inside and out. So we start with your waterless wash and wax. You don't get 1 litre bottle, you get 2 1-litre bottles with 1 trigger spray, so you can interchange it. But that's about cleaning all the surfaces around your car, the paintwork, the chrome, the plastics.
And what it does, it washes, it also waxes, but it also leaves a layer of protection. So it cleans your vehicle of the dirt. It then puts a really nice shine on it, but that layer of protection is going to protect your car against bird droppings, acid rain, salt off the roads. You'll be blown away. UV light as well. You know how your sort of plastics go sort of grey and dull? That's going to protect that area as well. Perhaps some of the paintwork on your car's gone a bit dull from the actual sunshine. Again, protecting your vehicle. It's phenomenal.
You can have it in the car with you all the time, because you don't need a hose pipe, you don't need any water, you just need your waterless wash and wax.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
Now, I didn't expect it to get any busier. We've got 60% of the stock now sold out and gone. Still hundreds of you with this in baskets. You do need to check those baskets out. We've told you about 2 of the items in your 10-piece bundle. They're the main 2, really, and I'd be happy to spend £20 just on the waterless wash and wax for 2 bottles of that, which will give you at least 10 car washes. I personally think a lot more. I think we're very, what's the word? Yeah, very lenient. We've been very kind saying that, because I know the more you clean your car with this, the less you use, it seems to clean easier and it stays cleaner for longer. So I know for me, I can get about 10 cleans out of each bottle after you've started to use it for a time. So just that on its own is great. But then we've got all the other bits.
Then we go to specialist products.
I love this.
And this rain guard is brilliant for this reason that you see here. It's about keeping the water away from surfaces, beading the water away. If you've ever driven the car and it's pouring down with rain and it just doesn't seem to go off the windscreen, this is designed to help with that with nanotechnology.
You sometimes think your windscreen wipers are slowed down, don't you? You're like, hang on, do they go any faster? Because it just seems to throw the water across your windscreen. It never clears. But like Sean was saying, in the after, you can see it beads away. So you'll truly notice the difference when you're driving on a really wet day. I notice the difference as well with the dirt and the grime. That seems to move away rather than smear across your windscreen. It's because it again leaves this sort of protective layer on your windscreen, which creates that building, but also gives you that clear vision as well.
It beads the water away
Really
from the
clever.
surface, so it'd be great on things like your shower screen as well. And let's show you just how easy it is to apply.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
We are so busy, and please do. The best way to order now is to go onto the website. I know our phone lines are truly really busy. We have heard a few people are struggling to get through to the call centre, and I think it's because we are so busy. So website, it's right there and you can use it really easily.
Yeah, there will be queues on the phone even at this time of the night, so do go to the website shopontv.co.uk. If you want to email in, we'd love to hear from you. Studio at shopontv.co.uk. Got to say a big hello to Bailey. Hi Bailey. Lovely to have your company. Even if you just want us to say hello, we'd love to hear from you. Now, we've got through to the interior of the car.
We've cleaned the outside of the car, we've done the windscreen, so now we're going to sort out perhaps some stains that you've got, perhaps on the upholstery, perhaps you've got leather and you've got sort of material, fabrics and things in the car. We've got a cleaner that works on both and works on stains, which is brilliant.
And it's included in your £20 bundle.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport Leather and Fabric Cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally. And then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry. And that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
Now, we did some live demonstrations in the studio tonight and I was blown away.
Yeah.
Because we've got like a
First time we've seen it used,
child seat that we've just bought as a prop, and it was just like a couple of pounds, £3 or something. And it had got some real stains on it, and it cleaned up like you would not believe.
It looks like it's got a new cover on there.
It's brought the colour back and everything, hasn't it? It's amazing.
Yeah. And so that's your upholstery, your fabric and your leather cleaner. We've also got something that M Sport called the cockpit shine. So if you think about your dashboard area, Alan was saying earlier about touch screens. So many cars have got touch screens now. They're always covered in fingerprints, so your cockpit shine's going to be brilliant.
We didn't know we had for about
for
6 weeks. We're like, if you touch it, it works.
Oh, that's a nice surprise.
You do get lots of sort of fingerprints. We've got, you know, the car now, when you use the cockpit shine, it's like you getting in the car when it was brand new. You know? It's great on all the plastics. You know, the sat-nav, the screen glistens, everything. It smells clean. It all looks
smells great.
Fresh, and it's one of the best feelings.
And it protects against the dust build-up as well.
Yes, it seems to stay again clean for long, because cars always seem to be dusty, but you'll notice the difference there as well. Absolutely love it for so many different reasons. Really easy to use. Have it in your car, and if you are stuck waiting for someone to come out of the supermarket, you could be having a quick clean around the car, and honestly, it's as simple as this to use.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto! As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine. As important.
So you saw there, couldn't stop Alan then, could we? We saw him, he cleaned the inside of the car using the stain, the fabric and the leather cleaner, and then used the cockpit shine, and it just looks amazing, the finish with that cockpit shine.
Remember you're getting 4 of your microfiber cloths included. You can use those interior and exterior on the car, but we've got to talk about the tyre shine as well. If you want that perfect finish to the actual tyre, that's exactly what this gives you. Your waterless wash and wax is going to be great on your alloys, but then the tyre shine around the outside is brilliant, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it makes the tyre look new again. We could sort of read the make of the car, the tyre, and it had that real gloss look. Then we turned the tyre around. Now, the backside of the actual tyre, you don't normally see. The dirt and grime on there could be donkey's years old. So we thought we'll give it a go.
Well, give that a clean.
Cleaned that up
half
brilliantly.
Of it. There we go.
I mean, you can see the half, obviously, and then the whole lot. And again, use the tyre shine. It is absolutely a brilliant bundle. For £20, I don't think you'll believe what you've got. And do think ahead for Christmas, think of birthdays. Anyone's just bought a new car, just passed their driving test. Pop all of that into a bag, a gift bag. You've got a great gift there. And think ahead, Christmas is, I've heard, only 3 paydays away.
Only? I know, it's already September. And we've got a little clip of film just to show you how easy it is to use that tyre shine to get that perfect finish all around the entire car. That's what this bundle's about. You've got to check it out. It's just £20 for the whole bundle.
And it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
The bundle is extraordinary. You're getting all of that for £20. You do need to check your basket out. We've still got hundreds of you ordering. Please check out if you are struggling with the phone lines, please jump onto the website. The website is the easiest way. I know we've had some really busy periods on the phone, so if you've been struggling, we do apologise, but jump onto the website if you can. Try the phones now. Hopefully they're a little bit quiet, but I know we have had a really, really busy night. Not surprised. It's a bundle that perhaps we shouldn't have had again, because when we did it originally, it flew off the shelf, and they were like, it was a bit of a one-off, really, but then they were like, OK, all right, we'll let you have this deal again. It's for 24 hours up until midnight. Normally our offer on this is $24.99.
Yeah, but the usual price at $34.99 is brilliant, to be honest.
20 is
You're getting everything you see there for just £20 while stocks last, or until midnight tonight. But stock is flying. Hundreds of you literally gone. 262677 is your item number if you want to go for that. Now, something else that we've got on the show is our stretch seat. If you've not seen this before, it looks like a little bag. It literally is a seat wherever you need it, isn't it?
So handy, whether you're going to festivals or concerts, if you're camping, if you're fishing, parties, any outdoor events, caravanning. Alter it to any height, so it can be you, it can be for the kids, it can be obviously a stool, but you can use it as a table. It's got two different handles. You've got a shorter handle and you've got sort of a shoulder strap as well, like a carry handle. It actually takes in weight, because you might look at this and think, well, I'm a strapping young man, and will it take my weight? It takes about 23.5 stone, so 330 pounds. And the fact you can adjust it to any height, whether you're fishing or mending the car or doing the gardening, it's going to help out in all those situations.
Brilliant, because you can adjust that height to wherever you want it to be. So whatever you're working on, it's the right level. You can use it as a little stool if you want to, but you can also use it as a side table. Great when you're doing the car, great when you're doing DIY around the home. Again, literally adjust the seat to wherever you need it.
It's like an accordion, really, and then you just lock it into place at any height. You could be out and about, you could be watching the birds and taking photographs, you could be cleaning the car with your M Sport, or like I was saying, you could get 3 of these, a seat each, and you've got a table for camping, and that would be brilliant. And because they are so compact, they store away so easily. Really easy to take anywhere. Perhaps you go to a lot of shows and exhibitions and you really struggle to keep walking for hours and hours on end and just need to sit down every now and again. And we actually passed a man, was it today?
At the bus stop, it was this morning.
And he was sat on his stretch seat waiting for the bus. How quick and easy is that to be a chair anywhere you need it? And because it's compact, whether it's in the boot of the car, whether it's on your bike, storing it is really easy. And for £20, great gift idea as well. Remember, if you spend over £30, you will be able to split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3. So if you are buying the M Sport and you're buying one of these, or perhaps thinking about presents for Christmas with these.
Great little presents.
Yeah, brilliant gift.
Great for storage, don't take up a lot of space. We've only got 4 colours remaining: red, orange, green or black are the colours that we have remaining, and £20 is your price. So 078824 if you want to go for that stretch seat, and you can put it at any level you want to use it as. And then you've got a carry handle and you've got a shoulder strap on there as well. Busy across everything, but we've got to get back to Alan for our M Sport deal. What another phenomenal show this has been. Hundreds approaching thousands of you shopping with us tonight, and you can understand why at this brilliant price.
Yeah, 20 quid is like, it doesnnit doesn't get you anything much these days at all. You know, myself and Eddie went out for dinner the other day. Now we did have a bottle of wine and some fizz, but it was genuinely nearly £200 for the two of us.
Isn't it?
And we didn't even have the starters or dessert.
So expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
It is crazy. And genuinely, we had some olives to start. But,
Were they per olive?
They were for us. We had a lovely steak sharing platter. It was gorgeous, and it was a lovely restaurant. It was lovely. But it was genuinely nearly it was 190 odd quid.
Could have had 10 of these.
Will you run us through again what we're getting for £20?
Yes. But then when you think then back to 20 quid, what we are getting is incredible. So let's start up here at this end. So 2 of the 1 litres of the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team, okay, formulated with them. So each of these will clean the average size car. So let's talk about kind of Ford Focus size. you know, Citroen C3, that kind of size, between 4 and 6 times. As we know, we're always careful when we say that, between
Very
4 and
careful.
6. But we know that you'll get more. Okay?
The more you use it, the less you seem to need to use it.
Yeah.
It leaves that layer of protection. It's easier to clean.
Easier to
it
clean
stays
the next
cleaner
time.
for longer. I get much more than that out of them.
Then we have the cockpit shine for all things inside the car, so do that in the instrument binnacle, etc. We give you as well the tyre dressing, which brings your tyre up to that beautiful shine. Then we will give you the, now it just says there, it just says leather cleaner, but I promise you it is leather and fabric, and it will say that on the bottle. That's just the wrong one I have there. And then we also give you this rain guard, which is nanotechnology in that one. And then we give you 4 of the microfiber cloths, as he just sees 3 there. We'll give you 4. 4 of those cloths as well to get
What
you
a
started.
deal.
For £20.
It really is phenomenal, and these really are, you know, as I mentioned earlier, really high-end products. So, you know, don't think for 20 quid you think, they're going to be rubbish. They're not, because look, again, you know, there's thousands of these being sold here, you know, today, and you know, for those to be in a shop somewhere, it'll be probably take a year to sell 1,000 of them, perhaps. But you know, vast amounts of them go out. So you know, everyone is wanting to make deals and stuff. And of course, we've been talking about M Sport, and we've been talking about, you know, for the last 3 hours on ITV. So that's a great thing for you know, suppliers.
Great promotion.
But great promotion. So that's why, you know, and sometimes people say, how do you do things with such good value there? Well, that's exactly why. But if we just look at the last of this bonnet just here to finish this part off, again, we did the majority of it throughout the show, and we did the other side as well. But just to finish off and just to say to you, well, look, you know, I'm just looking to have a little, I thought I had some.
What are you looking for?
I know, I tell you, don't worry about it. I was looking for a bit of salt to put on, but I've got some just there on the front anyway. You can see just there, look it. You can see, so that's obviously salt, so that will be scratching, but you don't have to worry because surfactants and petroleum distillates in here encapsulate, and they literally get underneath the bits of grit and grime. Now, it's important we do this, okay? So drop on your microfiber cloth like that, one to clean, one to buff, and please do not scrub. You're not working hard with this. Don't try and get into the thing. Gently does it. So literally side to side motion or up and down motion like that, and let the cloth, which can have up to 250,000 microfibers per square inch on these microfiber cloths, because they're such high quality, and that is the cleaning done. Now that was simple and straightforward. The encapsulation of the bits of grit prevented and stopped the scratching.
So it lifts it off.
Lifts it off.
And like you were saying, any grit that's on there, it basically wraps around.
Wraps around it, exactly. It's like, you know, just grabbing it like that in a little protective bubble. And that's another reason why we don't push really hard on this, because, you know, you could damage that protective bubble, and therefore you may get scratches. So just be mindful and careful to do this gently. And again, just check this out there.
Now you've got a clean cloth, and now you're polishing. So you're bringing that shine.
Just doing that little bit of buffing.
Oh, it creates a shine.
Bringing up that carnauba wax like so.
And that's the protective layer as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's just giving you that shine, giving you that protection. And then, because you have that little fine layer of the carnauba wax, the toughest wax on the planet, the most expensive as well. This is a really old bonnet, by the way. If you're looking at it, you say, oh, I can see some kind of, you know, marks on that. It's because it's really, really old. It came from a breaker's yard a couple of weeks ago, and we've been using it here. So it's had its life. It's been on the road, you know, potentially, you know, it's been on the road for 150,000 miles.
I mean, it's like a mirror now, and it is a really old bonnet, and it was filthy. Obviously, we created that dirt to give you an idea of the salt off the roads, or the grit off the roads, the bird droppings, the tree sap, the dirt and grime, the bugs that weld to your car. Spritz it on, polish it in, and polish it off. And honestly, the finish is absolutely incredible. 262677 is your item number, and you are getting a 10-piece set for £20. The deal, I'm afraid, is only till midnight tonight. However, I still don't believe it's going to last until midnight tonight.
You're washing, you're waxing, and you're protecting, remember. So it's doing the inside of the car, it's doing the outside of the car. We're looking at pretty much over 60% of the stock already gone.
And we didn't think we'd have stock updates, because there was a lot of stock.
Yeah, you must check through. Hundreds of you literally still in baskets having multiple orders. And if you do multi-order, if you're going for the M Sport, you'll only pay one postage postage.
Yeah.
One postage per order of £4.95. So 262,677. When we're talking about different surfaces, we're talking about paintwork, we're talking about alloy wheels. You've got your tyre shine included as well. These are just some befores and afters that we've used throughout the show.
And the finish is absolutely fantastic. We've used all the different products, the waterless wash and wax. We've got the rain guard. Obviously that you were just seeing was the fabric and the leather cleaner. On the lights, on the mirrors, on the windows, honestly, cleaning up those areas, making sure you can see cleanly. It's like someone's cleaned your glasses and all of a sudden your vision is so much better. We even looked in the areas where, I mean, that hadn't ever been cleaned.
Years of grime, I would think.
For donkeys years. And look how it brought that up.
And like you were saying, Al, even the seal came like brand new.
And it's good on the seals. It's protective as well, isn't it, on the rubber?
Yeah, and it almost feeds it in a sense. It makes it like, because sometimes they can go brittle.
Yes.
And it will actually kind of feed it, and it helps that as well, to soften that down. So it's great around the seals and the rubbers, surrounds of your windows and stuff like that.
And the plastics and all those areas as well.
Oh, every single one of them, yeah.
My word, we're still getting busier and busier. You're staying up late tonight. You've got an amazing deal, but you do need to check out. We've only got a minute left of the show, and the deal, I'll say as long as stocks last. It was 24 hours, so should be up till midnight. Don't think it will be.
If you've just tuned in, let's give you one last reminder of what's included. I've got to say a huge thank you.
Been a pleasure, and thank you very much. It's great to come with such a product at such a price.
I know,
hundreds and hundreds, approaching thousands gone for this show alone. In the bundle, what do you get? You get everything that you see there. You're going to get your 2 1 litres of waterless wash and wax. You're going to get your interior cleaners. You're going to get your tyre shine. You're going to get that fabulous rain guard cleaner as well. 262,677. I can't believe I'm saying it. Gets you everything that you see there, including 4 microfiber cloth.
We had it really as a one-off deal. Our deal normally is £24.99. That's our reduction from the full price of £34.99, which is still amazing. But we have got it's very much a one-off, and it was only meant to be, I think, a one-off. We did a special show, 24 hours. It flew because so many of you missed out, and it was such a good deal. We've managed to get it back. I don't know if we'll get it back again. We will always try, but we have got it back right now. And so you've got this deal up until midnight, and then it will go back up in price. I don't think the stock will last, though, because 60% of that stock has gone, and still so many of you with this in baskets.
10 pieces works out at £2 each. £2 for a litre of waterless wash and wax. And £2 for this item, the rain guard, which is a specialist product. You've got 10 pieces in total, and it's just £20. 262,677. You can still add it into your basket, but it's while stocks last or a 24-hour limited offer.
Cleaning inside and out, no water, no hose pipes, no mess at all. The water's wash and wax, you spritz on, you polish over, and you polish off, and you've washed, you've waxed, and you've protected your car like you won't believe. Not going around rinsing it down, going around shampooing it up, going around rinsing it down, going around and drying it, going around and put the polish on, going around and polishing the polish off.
A lot going
spritz
round.
on, polish off, polish off. Job done. And honestly, it stays cleaner for longer.
And the finish, honestly, you become really proud of your car. It sounds a bit silly, but you'll love the finish. It's that showroom finish every time with M Sport. 10 pieces for £20.
Join us tomorrow. We've got mulberry silk if you're not sleeping too well. But for now, get your car clean, get your presents sorted, but check your basket out if you want to.
See you tomorrow.